We had our months. Like what was it like? How many months of downtime? We had downtime.
2 months.
We
About
got
40
days
or something.
It was
40
just over
days?
a month.
Just a little over a month. Okay.
I don't know.
Chana.
It was
Did
about
that-
2 months.
Yeah.
A lot of numbers were bandied around last time.
Yep. Took care of our houses. I remember we had bagels and locks, and a group of drows, 60 strong, as far as fighters were concerned, came up on Bemi's treehouse, and we noticed that from they're riding something that looked like a log. They were scouting out the town, and we needed to go and investigate, see where they were coming from. And we did so. Ran into them. A lot of people were like, "Yeah, we want to avoid a war. We don't want to. We don't want to go through another one." Bemi ran all the way back to town. Successfully communicated what was found. Had the lead officials of our town go there, and now we are about to have a political meeting, so to speak, from one town with another group of people, drow, what have you.
They had their
all.
falling out in the capital.
Yes,
They did. You guys did kind of have the meeting with the governess, and where she basically said, "Hi, I'm so and so. Why are you here with a force?" And they said, "Well, technically we own it, but we're kind. Definitely not because we're on the run or anything. We're willing to consider an alliance. Who are you, by the way?" And the governess basically asked you guys, because she values your opinion and because she was caught a little flat-footed about all this, as everyone was, including them, including the drow. She said, "What's your take on this? Like, should we just tell these people to fuck off? What's going on?" And you guys use stuff like sending to contact your allies in Gilroll, if it's Spring Blossom tribe, who were like the chieftain of that was the person who originally said to the first explorers to come through the portal, or the gate rather. He said, "Yeah, I mean they might claim it, but nobody's lived there. Those guys are like we don't like any people from that group, but from that city state, we don't like any of those people, but the particular clans that you're referencing, I don't think were they haven't been ones actively harassing the border tribes. So, have at it. Do whatever you want. We'll cheer if you kill them, type thing. But it wasn't going to ruin your trade deals, which was a concern. And you guys were still pretty leery, very understandable given that they were pretty blatant about, like, yeah, we had to leave our slaves, it sucked. So you kind of did a stall for time thing, and you said, "Hey, we need time to think about this. We'll get back to you." They weren't super thrilled, but they said, okay. And I think some of you had wanted to, like, kind of hang around these Solitar Drow and see, just see if you can get more information out of them, because they're a little vague beyond, we're currently fleeing from the city-state of Alamcusp. They weren't, yeah, that was pretty much the info they gave you. And yeah, I don't remember exactly who was going to stay with the clan leaders, but I think I think it was the Paulus, Bemi, and maybe Ludger, I think.
I mean, the meeting place was his house, so
Yes, I mean, even if Bemi's not staying, he's there.
He's there. He's like, I don't want anything to do with this, but never mind. I guess.
I mean,
Here we
they
go.
would the two clan leaders would kind of retreat back to the makeshift camp that their about 500 people have made not far. It's not far away from your like homestead, but it's like you could reasonably. It's just a little out of bow range. Like if you were to do max range on your bow, you could probably shoot and not hit some random berry picker. But beyond that, yeah. Um, so yeah.
Actually, actually, with Bemi there, definitely would put him more at ease because he's like, okay, you can keep an eye on him at least. But
Yeah. And I will say, Bemi, like watching the two of them get their things together and talk to their, because they had, I believe they were just trying to match the numbers you guys had. They had 4 guards with them, and like as they go, they're not like hilariously clumsy in the jungle, like you've seen Siltalis and Purser be occasionally. But their woodcraft isn't that good. Like it's nowhere near as good as yours or Pix, and it's not as good as most of the Volcori drow that you've seen, the tribal drow. Like most of them are decent at worst. These guys are a little worse than that.
All things being fair, the Sulatar probably share the same opinion to the letter that Purser does regarding the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, that's
They
a
are
fair
soft
assumption.
city babies, is what Pick thinks.
Yeah.
It should be burned to the ground.
I mean, ad verbatim, yeah. They do like fire.
Yeah. Purser will just stick to Sultalis until he's absolutely certain that there's no threat.
Okay. But
Pick is just going to angrily watch them from trees because they were rude.
yeah, I mean, you're still singed, I believe. They were very rude.
So rude.
But yeah, Satalis, did you want to go with him, or you just that'll sort itself out? Like, what do you want to do?
I mean, the whole point of staying here was to figure out what the hell they're doing, so I'm gonna hang out and listen.
Okay. Well, so what's happening is the Sulatar drow are heading this way towards their camp, and the governess and Roslyn and the guard captain are headed back to Mishann.
Oh,
And you're just kind of at Bemi's home.
yeah. Okay, then I say we should set up a watch.
Pick
Okay.
always watch.
Well, you also have to sleep, Pick. I've seen it.
I don't have to sleep. I have to
And
rest.
yeah, it's not sleeping. She's not so wasteful as to sleep her life away.
Not dreamer.
Yeah.
I am also not a dreamer, but I do need to sleep.
No sleep for me.
Worst
Well-
of both worlds. But
I guess yeah, we start a watch. That's fine, but let me at least get this fire going. I'm hungry.
okay. 1 sec here.
You know, I've just had a thought. We've been here a while, and I don't know if there are any here yet, but has Pick gotten the chance to see a Warforged yet?
I doubt she has.
I don't think so. None have come through with settlers yet.
Hmm.
It's gonna be an interesting day.
Well, I hope they're comfortable being touched a lot by curious little hands. I don't know that she's going to know it's people unless somebody tells her it's people. Then she'll treat them like people. Otherwise, she'll be like, weird machine, sticks her hands and everything.
I don't think it would
No.
occur to Siltalis at least until she sees it. She's like, Pick!
Get your
That's
hands
so
over
rude!
The Treaty of Thronehold probably grants the Lord of Blades equivalent rights for this charter?
Yeah, I mean, technically, right? Would he be? I
Yeah,
mean,
but
his
he likes
citizenship
living
was a
in
little iffy,
he likes living in the moorland. That's fine.
right? Like, did he?
I'm not saying he will, but I'm saying he could.
That's technically true. I think the whole like international fugitive might get in the way of it, but yeah, it's
Okay, look. What better place to come than the other side of the planet?
right. Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah. So if you guys want to like just kind of hang out at Bemi's place, it's a very easy campsite because he's got a tree house, so you could just climb up and do your watch from there. Bemi, you've
I don't
got
want to be rude. It's his
sleepovers.
house.
It's okay. It's all right. Eventually, I was gonna have visitors. You can. It's fine. Actually, tell you what. You can go. He get like a stool. And you put it over in the corner. Be like, see, now you got great vantage point right out over there. It's nice. Sometimes I like to look out here, especially when the sun's about to go down. You get that nice twilight. It's my favorite time of day or night. I don't know. It's like it's the in betweeny time.
It's
It's
about
beautiful.
it's about 10:15, and it is starting to rain. Once again. Seems like maybe your good luck as far as you are in the tail end of the rainy season. It's starting to not quite pour, but definitely rain. So yeah, I mean, wherever you want to rest, it might be more comfortable with a roof over your heads.
Well, if we're planning on staying out by Bemi's place, I can, rub
Just
my
make a
hands
tower.
together and
Yeah.
snap my fingers and make a building.
Yeah. If you want to show Bemi up, that's definitely.
I mean,
That's
doesn't he
just-
live in like a tree?
He lives in a tree house, yes.
Yeah.
I assume the tree's taller than 20 feet. In which case,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it's yeah.
I'm not saying it's bigger. I'm just saying, like, you know, Bemi is like trying to put out chairs for everybody in person. No, I'm good. It's just like it's a tower.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot. You can bring a house anywhere you go. All right, I'll just.
Strictly speaking, I'm not bringing the house. I'm making a house. It's
Emmy, your house is beautiful, and you don't need to compare it to Purser's. Purser is just showing off at this point.
I don't know what semantics are, but that's what this sounds like.
Purser was about to go into like a long-winded technical explanation, and then Ziltal just cut him off.
That's about right.
Oh, it's fine. Look, if you want to sleep in your place, that's okay with me. That's fine. That's fine. But does your place come with food?
Yes,
Oh,
I think. Let me check the description.
I guess you really did think of everything.
I feel like whether it actually does or not, he would say yes.
No, it does not.
I guess you didn't think of everything. No, that's okay. You can sleep wherever you want.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do have a question for you. Do you think maybe next time we go out and we have to leave town, maybe we could sleep in your tower?
Of course, that's why I developed the spell.
I mean, I don't want to be rude, I don't want to be uninvited or not invited. I just
Did you
don't
think
want
I
to.
Why wouldn't
wanted
you-
to rough it in the jungle?
I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, I don't mind.
I'm accustomed to particular comforts.
Oh,
and
that's right. On account of the soft hands. Yeah.
Yes, this assignment has come with many challenges.
It's all right.
Amazing. Yeah. You guys, regardless, you guys can, I guess if you want to do a watch, so you just generally like bedding down for the night and watching for anything approaching Bemi's house, or are you trying to see if any of those dastardly drow try and sneak past towards Mishann, or like what's the goal here?
How far away are the drow encamping?
Past the edge of the map, so we'll say a mile.
Okay. Yep. So for the top floor of my tower, I'll make an observatory with a telescope.
Very nice.
How high up is the tower?
It is 2 rooms stacked on top of each other, so it's 20 feet tall.
20 feet tall. Okay. Let me look at the map here, and I'll just see if, like... Because my instinct is to say that, like, unless you guys are on a little hill, you're just going to see jungle. But maybe before I poo-poo anything, let me look.
If I cast it with a 9th level spot, it'll have 8 floors.
Yeah, then no ifs, and, or buts. I mean... You could see more, we'll say. Like, you know what? I would say if any of them are approaching, you'll see very easily with that. But as far as, like, watching them a mile away through the incredibly thick jungle might be tricky from 20 feet up. But
that's fair.
Yeah. Definitely won't get you the jump on you as long as your dark vision works through a telescope. I feel like, I don't know. Regardless, you're good. It's a magic telescope. We don't got to worry about it.
And the bottom floor will be a comfortable lounge.
Cool. And yeah, so first person can give me a perception check. If you want to use Purser's tower telescope, it's with advantage.
Did you say cow?
Telescope.
I have many talents.
I'll do it. If I can find my sheet.
Yeah, probably help.
Alright, with advantage, perception.
Okay.
24.
Advantage is a good thing. Yeah, with that, you actually spot what looks like... Let's see, did you ever get a good glimpse of it? I don't think so. You spot a familiar sounding, like someone described this vaguely, like a 6-legged, like big cat stalking around the edge of Bemmy's tree house and looking up, and then like similarly circling around the tower, and then just kind of leaving in disgust.
Does it have the tentacles of the thing?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Purser's
She's
like
just
conked out on the couch by this point.
Yeah, that's not what
He left the door open. It goes in and grabs him while he's sleeping again.
Well, no, she's just like, God damn it.
I mean, it leaves.
She will do ascending to the drow woman and say, I just saw a displacer beast around our encampment, just so that your people are aware. Was it a displacer beast?
Yes, yeah, it was a displacer beast, yeah. She sounds a little caught off, like a little... Not like she's unfamiliar with sending, but just you get the impression she didn't know you could do that. And
that's fine.
Replies, well, that they are something of a nuisance. I appreciate the warning.
Look, she's not doing it for that woman. She's doing it for the children.
No, I get that. Like, she says, "Who is this?" And then she says, "Oh wait, no." And then like the message ends. She forgot that you couldn't reply.
Like, I honestly don't know how this is ruled in universe, but I thought you sounded kind of like yourself.
I mean, like that I don't do.
Like you could just identify.
Oh, yeah. Like they know who it is. Like she knows which one of you it was, but she didn't. You all had very strange names, and she was trying to like. What was that one called? Yeah. She knows who you are, but she doesn't know your name. So that's
fine. No, that's good.
And then she remembered that you can't reply again, and then she ran out of words.
I will go wake up whoever is next. I don't know who that is.
Whoever wants to be.
I mean, I don't need a whole lot of rest.
Well, 2 hours have gone by thus far.
Well, why don't you take the third one then?
Well, it'd be third and fourth. I got no problem doing that unless someone wants to take watch with me. And do we have the kitty cat? Do we have Pearl?
I can take. Yeah,
Okay.
Pearl give advantage.
I will go wake pick up.
Or, you advantage with Pearl, or if you're in the tower, you advantage via the giant fucking telescope sticking out of the top of the
I
tower.
will say, so one of those scary cats that were trying to steal Purser was circling the tree and the tower. I don't know if it's the same one, but given that they're very, very smart, it might be.
Do you say that in the room where Purser's sleeping?
I don't know. Wherever Pick was.
Watching Purser sleep because he dreams.
There you go. So yes.
So yeah, Purser will like jolt awake when he hears his name and just like firebolt the wall.
Purser?
Yeah.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. You need to relax. As she's staring at the smudge mark on the wall.
Oh, what's out to get me?
We'll talk about it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I go to bed.
Back out.
Yeah, I just tell Vic, like, one of those things. I warned the drow just because children, but that's what I saw. Good night.
And Pick, if you were the one doing the watch about, would you go outside and just perch on top of the tower or on the tree, or would you make use of this like crazy thing Purser has like on the second floor of his tower?
I'm sure she'd take one look at fucking with that thing, play with it for a little while, slightly distracted, not necessarily probably figure it out, and then just normally patrol as she would.
Yeah. That's fair.
She'd be like, this is kind of weird and neat, and I kind of get it, but like, why? And she'd just go out and circle the place.
You go to use it, but you don't realize the crank changes where it is, so it's just like focused on the ground. So you're like,
yeah, and she's like, this
I can
is stupid.
see the bugs, the little ones, but this is boring. How is this helping?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so perception check, if Pearl is stalking about with advantage. Yeah, there you go. You see everything. Yeah, like looking around, you don't see anything as exciting as Displacer Beast. But you do see, I would say a fair amount of wildlife is just kind of not hunkered down, but it's not super active. Just especially the stuff in the trees. A lot of it seems to be it didn't climb down, but it seems to be kind of huddled up, trying to avoid stuff. They're all a little nervous about the occasional like lightning blast from the sky, because as safe as it is in the trees normally, there's less safe in a thunder and lightning situation. So yeah, but beyond that, it's just a rainy night in the jungle.
Exciting. She'll just wrap her little things occasionally. Like do a couple wraps, look around.
Oh,
I got you. Look around. She likes to make those little things, and she'll start putting them in strange places around Purser's house as she works. They're good. They keep him safe.
Did they just fall out when it unsummons Purser, or just like stuff that's left in the tower? Okay, yeah, so they'll just be like a clattering of rocks.
They do fall safely to the ground, so they won't like break or anything. But
yeah, there'll be a semicircle of random stones.
I imagine there's probably a massive pile of where he had the building up for a month.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and it was just going about his life, like opens the junk drawer. What the hell? Opens cupboard. What the hell? Goes take a drink out of the cup. Why is it in here?
But yeah, with
All right, I wake up the next person.
which I think is Bemmy.
Okie doke.
Hello.
Hello!
Apologies for my tardiness.
Oh, you're okay.
I'll never forgive you ever. Let's see. So, I mean, I'm gonna stay in the treehouse, but as long as I can have a kitty cat, it's okay.
As long as you keep her out of the rain, she'll go with you.
Yes, you don't mind. It's all right.
His treehouse is waterproof.
I see everything.
Yeah. So, as you're watching, with that like near 30 check,
Go
You
locals,
actually-
go locals.
you actually see, it's weird. You see, first one, it's like kind of a bunch of leaves and sticks that's like walking. But usually they don't stand up and they don't got bow and arrow. But like leaves and sticks never use bow and arrow. You've seen leaves and sticks moving, but usually it doesn't like move like that. And you realize it's just a person with like a cloak with a bunch of stuff sewn into it. And they gesture to something, and then that person, then another person comes behind them. Then another one. And then 4 or 5 more. And luckily, they are not headed towards Mishann or anything like it, actually. On this map, they would be going at an angle like this.
And like towards.
Can you do that again? I missed it.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
in this general direction.
So they're
just kinda
leaving
going
Mishann.
Could be. This is a good angle to demonstrate stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and with that, like I said, with that near god level thing, Bemmy, you notice them. They all seem to have short bows, and they look like drow. But they ain't got none of those tattoos.
So the tattoos were the ones that we were speaking with before.
Yeah, the tattoos are a mark of the tribal drow, yeah.
Volcori drow. Yep.
There is a small part of me. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. He's gonna go. Oh, hey! What y'all doing in my forest?
What you saw them? They're like
doing in my swamp.
yeah, they're I'd say about like about 1,000 feet away at the closest. Like they're not moving in a line; they're moving in kind of a staggered, spread out wave. But yeah, you could definitely like if you stick your head out and yell, you could definitely get their attention.
Is something I can help you with?
Yeah, and like immediately at that, like they kind of fall back and like duck behind various things, and like you get the feeling with the rain they don't know where it came from, so you see a couple of them gesturing towards one another, and they start kind of trying to look around to see who's yelling at them. Are you speaking? What are you speaking, by the way?
I would say, well, I mean, I'd recognize that they're elves, so it would be in Elvish.
Okay. Yeah, they definitely seem to go into like, if they were on high alert before, now they're in like immediate search the area type thing, and they're making gestures that kind of go down the line of however many there were. You spotted about 6 or 7 of them in a staggered line moving towards the northwest.
Is everybody else in Purser's Tower?
I know Pick was, because she was watching Purser sleep. Purser is, because he's Purser. And Satalis, I don't know where Satalis was. I think she'd probably be in there too because it's air conditioned, but I don't know.
Regarding that topic, I think Pearl has by this point woken Purser up.
Okay, that's
And he
fair.
like grabs his coat and wand. And anyone else in the tower with them, he'll say, there's someone outside.
No. Why?
Pick'll get up.
I mean, she'll
she
get
was-
up. Sultanas will get up too, but she's just like, okay.
And he's like got the wand clenched between his teeth, and he's like fighting with the sleeves of the coat.
Purser, do you need help?
Kicks the door open.
Purser, you're gonna trip!
And yeah, I'm just gonna start going in whatever direction Pearl thinks the intruders are.
I mean, before that happens, it's like, look, just understand that you don't got the advantage of being at home, and I do. I'm trying to be real friendly like y'all, so we ain't got to fight. I just want to have a conversation.
Yeah, they're
To,
yeah, go ahead.
to add to this, you should play the banjo to I'm sure Ray would find that comforting music in this situation.
Na 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 na.
Yeah, that'd be super comforting. Fucking Campbell. So yeah, at that, like, you basically will say you caught them when they were about here. Especially if you keep talking to them, they just start moving this way, like back, trying to get out of sight of. They figured out someone's yelling at them from this direction. They still haven't like spotted you, but they can see the outline of a tower, like obviously sticking out like a middle finger in the fucking woods. So they're just moving away from that.
I guess to kind of also ease alliance with the other drow people that we had, I'll be like, Silly, you mind letting our other friends know that we got some people here?
Sure.
I appreciate you.
Use my last level 3 spell slot.
Oh.
Pick, do it.
I was gonna say, Pick, would you mind? You're very fast with your wings.
I will say it's about a mile away, just for tracking. I'm not saying you can't do it. It's definitely doable, but it's about a mile of frantic flapping.
Okay.
In the rain. Moth wings in the rain.
I go under canopy.
Yeah, it's fine.
I wrap leaf like burrito around head.
So
Sure.
So
But yeah,
Purser
she'll
is
take off.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, she'll just take off in that direction. Oh, and then she'll come back. What'd I tell? Intruder?
Strange drow that
Strange
we don't know.
Strange drow.
6 in total.
Okay, I say. Takes off again.
That you spotted. If it was a staggered line that kept going in that direction, it could have been a lot more than 6. Those were the ones that got close enough to get caught in your god vision.
That is a lot of information, and she's gone, so it's fine.
Okay, so that's happening. And Purser is in the process of like running out with the shotgun. What?
That's pretty much what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. What are like? I assume you have a light source. I had just cast light, so you're not running through the pitch black.
If I need more light, boy, can I make more light.
Yeah, that's true. Hard to get stuff to burn in the rain, but it doesn't mean it's impossible.
Magical fire, I don't need it to burn. I just need the light.
But yeah, so are you like Purser, you have an idea of where it is because
communicating with Pearl.
Yeah, so do you want to just run in that direction, or are you gonna try and sync up with Bemi, or what do you want to do here? You guys are
Yeah, I'm just gonna move straight in whatever direction I think they are. I'm not sure how feasible that is in the rain and the dark and the mud and everything. But that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, with Pearl acting as your guide, you could definitely do it. Give me a survival check as you run, just to like see how well you maneuver through the woods half asleep. It's soaking in the rain.
Now, luckily, the coat is waterproof at least, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, trust me, that just means that heat stays trapped
19.
in. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. The hindrances of this horrible land are nothing to the power of the flame. So, yeah.
And freshly waxed coats.
Yeah, and I feel like that combined with like, this is probably a bit of an excuse to just singe things. Finally, like, it occurs to Purser. You can just say you were in a hurry. It's like, this is justifiable, and you can just start torching like bushes in the way, like anything in your way.
Angrily flicking my wand.
Yeah. So the upside,
burning jungle.
Yeah, the upside of that is, Bemmy, you can track where he's going by these flares of like fire that flick out every maybe 100 feet as he's running towards the towards those maybe they were shy, those drow. And does anybody want to go with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be easier to catch up.
Ludger will stick with the rest of the party.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Bemmy throws the hood up, gets his bow, wipes his nose, and goes, "Okay, all right. Looks like we're gonna go do our said little hunting."
Okay.
And we pointed in the direction we were going for pick, right?
Did you?
I'm sure by the time Pick gets back, she'll be able to see where we are by the blazing inferno.
Well, or at least by the badly burnt like patches in the vegetation every 100 feet.
Well, that's
Yeah, she's
assuming
got
we
high
can't come
perception,
to... Look. There's a peace cleric here. Yes, she understands fighting happens, but she does want to try and like, hey, can we talk about this? Can we talk about this?
Oh yeah, Purser's fine to negotiate. He just is a position of strength kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to negotiate if you're firing guns at them. But it's true. So you guys, let's see. Pick. What's your movement speed? With dashing and all that, dashing through
30.
the air.
I think 35 triple dash and
35 triple dash. Okay. Okay.
mobile.
Right. Okay. So every 6 seconds you're covering. You know what? Just give me an athletics check just to avoid exhaustion as you're moving and grooving. Okay. I mean, it's pretty tiring, and
It's wet.
it's wet, and those assholes burnt your wings a little bit. They were healing, but it's really their fault. Let's see.
Go tell stupid Rude. They don't need to know, stupid Rudes.
Yeah, why would they need to know?
Let strange, untattooed drow eat them.
So you're covering insane ground. Yeah, I'd say in about 5 minutes you could reach them. Yeah. Let's say 6 minutes because you're starting to feel tired. 6 minutes, one level of exhaustion, and yeah, you flutter to a like skidding halt with like a couple yells of like in Elvish to stop type thing, because they do have people on watch as well, and yeah, you're there, and then we'll switch over to the jungle chase in a minute. So what do you want to say to them, Pick?
Hello.
They're not shooting you this time.
No shoot. Yeah, that would be her first words. Don't shoot. Party tell me to come tell you there are strange, untattooed drow in forests. They are pursuing now. Seen not many yet, but they chase now. Saw roughly moments ago. I travel very quick to tell you.
Okay.
Just warning.
Yeah, they seem willing to, like, they definitely acknowledge that and start, like, the word spreads pretty quickly and more people come out with, like, weapons raised. You put them on alert, which is good. And yeah, they don't really know what else to do with you.
She just looks at them and goes, I don't know more, but I go help. Bye. And then takes off again.
Moth drops
Like,
in.
I bring tidings of not good news, and now I'm leaving. Bye.
Just to elaborate.
Comes
leaves.
in, throws up like a cat on the carpet, leaves. Arrives. I am a gift, and you are rude. Throws up on the carpet, leaves.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly believable. Let's see here.
So Purser will also cast Thaumaturgy to change the appearance of his eyes to be like just burning silver fire orbs.
Okay.
I'm just going full intimidation factor.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's they need to be scared. Like that's the important part here.
They need to see me coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's have a group athletics check just to see, like, as you guys run behind Purser. Purser has cleared up decent, so it's at advantage as you guys are running behind.
Good. I'm really glad it's an advantage.
You're killing it over there.
Yes, I am.
12 is better than a 4.
It is.
That is an objective truth.
It's 3 times better.
Am I
But
making
12
an athletics check as well?
Yeah, because you're the one pushing here, but it's once again with advantage. Because, like I said, you can finally just do what you've wanted to do from the beginning and burn your way through this bullshit. All right, let's see.
Sultanas is 4 times better than I am.
Purser, for the love of Christ.
I guess with advantage is a 10, so
Yeah.
not the end of the world.
Yeah,
but,
it's not too bad. One sec.
Like it's not like he's it's not one of those heavy armored dork paladins.
Yeah, he's running.
No, he's still a dork.
You don't know that. So yeah, you guys are able to avoid a level of exhaustion. Like I said, it's largely just a matter of, like, you guys catch up with Purser, keep going. And let me put this down. Sorry, just throwing down a chase map here. Yeah. I feel like we can make it a little bigger. There we go. That feels more accurate. No matter what size I make the thing, I know it's never going to be quite that good. But yeah, so as you guys chase through, it's, you know, with yelling threats and setting the forest ablaze with your powers, you pretty quickly run into a situation where, like, those cowards, they must have left, because you don't see any sign of them. I mean, to be fair, Purser never saw a sign of them. He's just going off of, like, his friend's word here, but and one sec here. Night filter. Go. Right. So I will put everyone's tokens down. For sure. I'll even put Burl down. There's pets. Burl.
If we're getting ambushed, I can't be surprised.
Good. So I'll put you guys onto the map. Okay. So as the rain's pouring through, you guys have effectively caught up with Purser as he's as he takes a moment to burn a particularly sturdy bush, and yeah, you're just in this soaked. Luckily, the winds aren't bad or anything, and it's not monsoon levels. It's just for once it's a soaking and thorough storm, but it's not like you're fighting to stay standing like it was for a while. So yeah, what do you want to do here? You've caught up with him, and the night is dark and full of things. First of all, can everyone see?
Yes.
I can.
Yeah.
We've caught up with Purser.
Yes. All breathing hard, but well, I mean, most of you are breathing. Those of you who breathe are breathing hard, and but you were able to catch up with him, and that's like you're ready to engage whatever these things are if you find them.
When you catch up to Purser, he's just got like one hand raised, like an orchestra conductor of the damned, just incinerating a small tree.
Purser? Are you good?
This is very cathartic.
Are the drow here?
They'd best hope they aren't. Now, this is the direction that they fled, but...
I want you to know
he's like not
she
even
is...
looking straight at you. He's having a hard time seeing in the dark since he's like night blinded himself.
There's
she is
a very
holding
bright light coming from him.
She's holding her staff, like she was holding her staff ready to fight, and now she is like two-handing it and thinking about bashing you in the head.
If you have a better idea of where they are, please lead the way. I just assumed that haste would be necessary.
Why did you just tear out like that? Why did we all just run out like that? Like, I trusted you guys.
Well, I was trying to catch up. I mean, I like to be quiet, but it was kind of too late. So,
Immediately
Purser,
throws blame on others.
You
Why did you guys
remember,
do this?
Why did you just... Purser, not everything needs to be solved with violence.
Violence
or
or not,
noise.
it needed to be solved quickly.
She looks around like, yep, things are solved. I will call out Elvin.
Okay, go for it.
Hello? Yeah. What are you doing over here? This is our territory. Which
Okay,
is
so
a
you're just
complete bluff.
calling out. Okay, fair enough.
What do you mean that's a bluff?
Already told you once. We just want a conversation.
Yeah,
I like
everybody
shush
could
Purser.
roll into initiative real quick for me, just for fun.
Oh boy.
Well, that wasn't in character. I thought that was you saying that was a bluff in character. Or out of character, I mean.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's currently debatable.
It's not, though!
You weren't using it.
Yeah. We're the colonials. We have the power.
Oh God.
This is our land.
This land is my land. It
This
isn't
is
your
my
land. I got
Nope,
a
nope.
shotgun, and you ain't got one.
Got a lot more than a shotgun.
Better get off before I blow your head off. This
I
land
have
belongs to
fireball.
only me.
All right,
Actually,
so
I
We can
don't have
also cast
fireball,
fire.
actually.
oh my God, you were well. Okay, I
I
don't even have a
will, but I
response to
don't
that.
have it now.
Well, you know what? At least you will. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing. I have Sitalis, Bemi, Ludger. I need pursers.
Initiative.
Initiative, not in. There we go. Thank you very much.
It's about the same, isn't it?
Well, this actually works pretty well. Bemi, you don't see anything, but what's your passive?
19.
19. Yeah, you can definitely hear, it's pretty well done actually, but you can hear people stepping in, in an increasing half circle around you from the direction you were running.
The direction we were running from, or in the direction we are running?
Like this way. It feels like there's a half circle coming in. People might have maybe they weren't really running away from you, is more like running in a direction to get you to follow. Or something. Who
All
knows?
right. I want to cast.
So
Fairy
what's every-
fire.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Like in a direction like where I can hear them, see them. I just want them to be highlighted and be like, all right, well, we found you. We don't want to fight.
Okay, I would say you can definitely hear something from this direction. That'd be the closest.
Okay.
Thank you. It was about to say passive.
I heard it.
Alright. So where's, just do the little box of where you're
You
casting
said
Fairy Fire.
you said which. I'm sorry, I had the sheet up. Which direction did you say? Like over
this general direction.
that general direction? We'll say we'll go medium. We'll go like halfway point there. Right here,
Okay.
20-foot cube.
Okay. So just use your little measuring thing to show me where your cube is, and I'll know. You go to the measuring tool, and then when it brings it up, you change from line to square.
Ooh,
E.
square. That's good.
Yep.
All right.
That's too big.
That is very big. You know what? It did that in the other game too. Yeah.
Ginormous.
If you do measure edge, it'll be the right size.
There you go. Yep.
If we do to what?
So if you change
edge.
measure origin to
Ooh,
edge,
got you.
that'll be edge to edge size.
There you go.
Yeah, sure, right around there. That looks good to me.
Okay. And yeah, if you click that, it lights up, and you briefly see a very big snake, now neon, look kind of startled and slither into the underbrush, but you didn't get any of them in that, although the brief flare of light does illuminate 2 humanoid figures here for everybody. Seems like maybe they were a little closer. But everyone just saw, it's no longer surprising that, hey, someone just set off a strobe light, neon strobe light there, and illuminated 2 figures really fucking close. So it's they might not have
And
surprise
one
anymore.
snake going, what the hell?
Yeah, it's slithering, it's very visible as it slithers away. And let's see here. And so passive perception 15. What's Ludger and Purser's passive perceptions.
11.
11. Ludger. Scott. Scott, if you're talking,
Got
we can't hear
you.
Snap, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay, here, I'll just look on a sheet. Here we go. Ludger strong. 14. Okay. So, then in that case, what's this? Yeah. This guy would get the jump on everyone but Bemi because, can't be surprised. And he didn't get that good of a stealth check. And that one is going to fire at. I mean, it was kind of just zooming in on the people talking loudest. Probably Purser. An easy shot.
Purser is nothing if not loud.
Create Bonfire does have a verbal component.
And light component as well. You are also literally a halo of light. Like, okay. Okay, 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And 9 piercing, and I need a con saving throw.
10.
Okay. You are poisoned, but you didn't fail by more than that, so nothing else happens, but you're poisoned.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. First, it's your turn. Someone just shot you in the shoulder.
So, I thought I was surprised.
Oh, yep, you're right. I'm sorry. Surprised, but yeah. So it's this guy's turn. Thank you, by the way, for that. Inspiration.
Yep.
Doesn't matter, but you have it.
Yeah.
This guy does the same. Fires towards Siltalis because she was like talking into the woods, and that's easy target.
I was speaking in good Elven. What the actual fuck?
You get the sneaking suspicion it didn't really matter how good the Elven was. Maybe that's not in here. They might have been going to kill elves. Who knows?
Fucking hell.
What's your 17 to hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, 8 piercing, and I need a. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. You're poisoned and you fall unconscious.
I'm asleep.
And you're unconscious.
How much damage was it?
8 piercing.
Okay. I'm asleep. Can somebody wake me
And
up?
yeah, normally like you don't dream while sleeping. This is very strange. It's debatable if it's even dreaming. There's just like you're getting images while you're sleeping of vibrant jungles and thousands of angry hissing serpents. Like you go to step down and like the floor is made of snakes that are hissing at you.
Testing.
Yep, yeah, I heard that.
Yes.
So, yeah, you're unconscious, and like kind of, I won't say writhing, but definitely she looks like she's not having a great time. Not great dreams for Siltalis. This one here lost the element of surprise, so does not. So it's no longer surprising you guys, so it doesn't get a free turn, but it's still first in initiative order. Would it go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, surprise just means you don't get to act on the first turn of combat.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So that one's going to fire at probably Ludger, just because it saw somebody go down. Shot here. 16 to hit Ludger.
That is a miss.
So the shot goes a little wide, not by much, but slams into the tree branch, and you hear a muffled curse. And Ludger, it's your turn.
Okay.
So you were surprised by all of them, but these two. That's what I was a little confused about. Like, so.
What?
So some
No,
of
You're either surprised or you're not. It's not about which enemies are surprising you.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what threw me. Okay, then never mind. Ludger, you're caught off guard here. Okay. That's... Where was it that I heard? No. So this one... This one's gonna do the same. Probably try and shoot Ludger. 6 does not hit. No, another shot. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. This one. And a 13 at Purser, I don't think hits.
13
Okay.
misses.
Yeah, now there is no more
Off my mage
surprise.
armor.
Bemmy, what would you like to do? These guys are shooting. Silly just passed out. Doesn't surprise you, it's scary here. What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, he's gonna be like, all right, I just said I wanted to talk, but if that's how y'all gonna be, then this guy's gonna get shot
Okay.
3 times.
Okay.
Because it's my first attack. So I'll get a little extra. But before that happens, I will bonus action Hunter's Mark that guy.
Okay.
We will go skadoosh, skadoosh, skadoosh.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's all hit.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
46.
Yep.
36 is what I got, yeah.
Well, 36?
No, 46.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, there, yeah.
Because the regular is 35.
Oh, it
plus
didn't add the
11
10.
of
It didn't
the,
add the 10. Yeah,
Yep.
never mind. Okay, yep. So... I'm using a calculator, so if I forget to... if it doesn't enter something, alright. He is still up, but he looks like he's been shot 3 times. Ah, he's in a bad way. Or, well, she.
I guess before I end my turn, I'm going to say, look, we just wanted to talk, but if this is course action you want.
Okay. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is her turn, and first thing she is going to do is, yep, Fairy Fire. Just going to cast that on you guys. Yep, I don't even need it. Yeah, it's just hit you guys with it. I need a dex saving throw from everybody but Siltalis.
I think I just fail.
Yeah, because you're unconscious. Let's see what her save is for her. Yeah, it's not high. All of the rest of you pass, so it's just Siltalis. And then she's going to bonus action dash to get the fuck away from you guys. Right.
Fucking rogues.
Kind of rogue. Rogue ranger mutant thing. Yeah, she's...
Hey, I resent that. I resent.
You're not a ranger... Well, you're playing... anyways,
You're
you're not there yet. Okay. So yeah, that's her thing. And then Purser, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You're not surprised, and someone shot you.
That is correct. Okay. So, I'm going to step over towards Siltalis and use an action to attempt to shake her awake.
Ah, probably a good idea. Yep, she does wake up, although it's not pleasant. you come out of that awful, strange vision while unconscious, and wake up to like you're glowing and you're in a like pitch black, rainy jungle in the middle of the night.
Why
And
am I
Purser's touching
covered
you.
in pixie dust?
Enemy spellcasters, get up.
She
Yeah.
will in 12 seconds.
And
I need 12 seconds. Give me just 12 seconds.
5, 10, 15 feet of movement to get to there. And then Purser will cast a Chardalon Stride and just burst into flames.
Of course you do. So you're just gonna leave
Oh my
fucking
god.
burning lines as you run.
and then in like a flash of movement, I appear next to these two guys.
Okay, one sec here. Let me get the proper flame effects to put down so I can keep track of where you set everything on fire.
I mean, they also have to take that damage.
They both take 1d6
like,
fire damage.
yeah.
Everything I pass near takes 1d6.
That'd be a lot of confused wildlife.
You know,
There you go.
we're also confused.
Are you?
I am, yes.
All right, there you go. This feels like it. Does that work for you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they take 1d6. Your trail of heat, only once during a turn. Ah, they nerfed it.
Yep.
That's fine. Okay.
They didn't
so
nerf it. That's how it was on launch.
I know, but I'm saying like so many spells have the like they take damage twice. The wall of fire stuff. But yeah. Let me. If you could roll the 1d6, you might have already, and I just didn't see it. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it for Purser.
Okay. Purser is exceptionally visible at the moment. Yeah. Let's see. 5, 10. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay. Yeah, you definitely hurt them. Maybe not as much as one would hope. Okay.
Oh, they resistant to fire damage? Okay.
Well, I'm really glad that you rolled maximum, because at least they feel the tickle.
I see what's happening here.
Do you?
All right. So let's see here. I should probably put this down. Here we go. Line. I want square, and I want it linger on the edge. Sec. This up. There it is. Right. Second.
Maybe being on fire will make them want to hurt me less. Who knows?
What are you doing?
It's like against their religion to hurt fire or something.
Could be. Let's see. Oh, that's why. One sec. Wrong. Huh. What was the fix? I put it to measure origin edge.
So, square, origin, edge.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Are you trying to draw a 20-foot cube?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and
Just
do it
look
again.
Bigger. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
And
So
that's because you're doing it exactly on the diagonal, so it's funny. But yeah.
yeah, just looks bigger. Yeah. What seems like maybe something happens there. Let me see if anybody notices. Oh, you can see it. Okay, thank. It always struck me as weird that. Yeah. So Bemi, Ludger, Satalis, and probably Purser. You guys see the underbrush there seems to grow thick and thorny. And then bonus action dash.
Oh, it's spike growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, not stuck on that. There we go. Line.
I like to cast spot growth, and then grapple someone, and then move as much as I can while holding someone inside that spike.
Who cast that?
Probably this one right here.
Okay.
And oh, good. It fucking went away when I. That's nice.
Tell it to linger.
I did. It went away when I had to measure something else.
You just draw a square.
Yeah. There we go. And yeah, I'll draw one over it. Move that now. There we go. Okay. Not bad. Okay, perfect. Alright. I can get rid of. Okay, so, yeah. Feels pretty good about that. Satalis, what do you want to do?
Be really angry that Purser is 5 feet away from my range for this. So, because I am a team player, I will take. It's 1d4 damage, right? For 5 feet?
It's 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet.
You're taking
You
more
roll or
damage
you-
than you're healing.
I'm not healing.
Oh.
Gonna
Something else is
firebolt you.
happening then.
I'm going to emboldening bond the boys.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
So I want them to have. Well, you already gave me purple, and that's kind of sad because that's one of my favorite colors. Give them the pink dot for the emboldening bond.
Okay. Sure. Who is they besides you?
The boys. No, not me. The boys.
Oh, everybody else. Okay. All right.
And I'm also hiding behind.
I just want to actually it says those who are at peace with one another.
We are at peace with one another because peace doesn't have to be besties. Anyway,
tolerance is not a celebration. It's dealing with a baby on an airplane. All right, let's see. 2d4.
How have you taken any damage, Purser? You have.
Oh yes, I got hit by an arrow.
We're gonna do this.
Let's take 8 piercing damage.
Okay. It rolled maximum. Why?
I don't know. Anyways, so there you go. People are bonded once by strong, almost visible bonds of friendship. And Purser, you're feeling healed and full of vim and vigor.
Yes.
Anything else to tell us?
No, I can't move.
All right, it is this one's turn. Bonus action disengage. Go back, and then it's going to start shooting you, Purser, because you seem like a problem.
I'm definitely at that.
Ping ping, 2 quick shots. 6 and a 6. Okay, I don't think either of those hit.
They just ignite as they get close to me.
Yeah. All right, Ludger, what would you like to do?
Okay. If I remember correctly, the vine growth bullshit slows down movement.
Yes, I will. 1 sec here. It's becomes difficult terrain, and when you move every 5 feet through it is 2d4 piercing damage.
Okay. So I'm going to do action surge
Gotcha.
to give myself extra movement. So here, here. So whatever damage I take, that's 15 feet so far.
Cool.
30. Yeah, 30, 50 to get close to this asshole. And I am going to use my, my extra attack to, gonna do 2 crossbow attacks and a bonus action bayonet him, because fuck these assholes.
Fair enough. You took 12 piercing damage, by the way, from the 4.4. But yeah, so go ahead and do
Hey,
your...
I only moved 5 feet through it, but that counted as...
Only 5 feet? Okay, I thought you moved 10
Yeah,
feet.
I started here, moved here.
Oh, and then here,
here,
and then moved. Okay, so
then
then...
moved.
Well, it's easy math, because all of them were fucking 3, so you take 6.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, and I began shooting this guy. So 1, 2, 3.
That hits, and does not hit.
Okay, for one of those, I'm using a superiority dice to do distracting strike. So next person target of them has advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, let me do that. So 1, turn this off, and 2. So 25 damage.
Okay. They don't have much. Finally, by the time you get the magical weapon, they don't have resistance to it. All right.
And that is my turn.
You said 25?
Yes.
Yeah, let's double check. And occur. Okay. Yeah. It's this guy's turn. Bonus action disengage. And then he's going to shoot at Siltalis because that's an easy shot. Well, let me double check it. If Fairy Fire is outline, Federation objects, any attack roll against an unafflicted. Okay, cool.
That
All
is
right.
a very good question. How far away is Peck?
Yeah, I feel a little bad about that, but I would say pick your, like, I don't know, 2 rounds away. 2 rounds away, and you could arrive.
Fair enough.
Little Moth wheezing. Because they took a couple minutes to talk and yell out in the jungle. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You know what?
Tired.
Let's say you're 1 round away, because they legit took the time to call out to these people, which gave them in turn time to try and encircle. So, yeah, you're 1 round away. Let's see. 1, 2. Wow. Okay. So I know a 9 doesn't hit Siltalis. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's with advantage. That's awful.
She basically takes her shield and bats it aside and just glares.
Bonus action disengage. Yeah, 5. 2 more shots at you because, yeah, easy shot. 16 and 17 to hit.
To who?
Siltalis?
They both hit, yeah.
Okay. 6 piercing on the first, 12 piercing on the next. So 18 piercing. And,
Goody.
Actually, if someone has... I know that if someone succeeds on the saving throw, they don't need to make it again. If you fail, someone wakes you up, are you vulnerable to it again, or has a poison already been spent?
What does it say?
It doesn't say. It says creature wakes up. I was just asking like general rules for poison.
I mean, generally speaking, once you have
had the effect of it hit you.
Had the effect happen, I mean, other similar effects, you are immune to them for 24 hours.
I know that similar effects are normally for like if you succeed. It's just if you fail and then get hit with it again. That was the part I was unsure about.
I don't think it's if you fail. I think it's just...
If the stat block doesn't say anything about it, there's no immunity or anything.
Alright, yeah, then give me a con saving throw then. Oh, you passed. You're good. I'm gonna say if you pass, then you don't have to worry about it, but like, yeah. Your first one passes, it's irrelevant. And yeah, let's see. I feel pretty good about that shot. So then gonna continue the retreat here. Line instant. There we go. Yeah, here. Keep spreading out, you guys. Only one of you seems jungle savvy. If they keep spreading out, it'll work. Alright, Benny.
Doki.
Kill one of them, please. Kill the one that cast this shit that we're standing in, please.
Well, it'd be that guy.
Probably.
I mean, I don't care who you kill at this point. Just kill one of them.
Keep in mind, this guy you would have advantage against.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And they're bloody.
Do that one. Do that one. It's fine.
All right. I have 2 shots, so I'll do that guy first. Yeah, but I already hit this guy 3 times.
You could do one at each.
Yeah, that's true. All right. We'll start with the one that I originally hit. This guy up here.
This guy here?
And
gotcha.
Yep, that guy here. That guy there. Okay. Skadoosh, 22?
Hits, yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to expend a charge on my bow.
Cool.
I will post this real quick in the chat.
Make them feel the depression.
Yep, I'm giving them the big sad.
Okay. Charisma saving throw. Okay. Wow, that's actually really good here. All right, let's do a charisma saving throw.
Because if this person doesn't die, they're going to be really sad and slow, and we can interrogate them. But that's if they don't die.
Yeah, they failed, and they're still alive.
Don't you have Hunter's Mark on that one?
Yep.
Now they're not alive.
Yep.
I get a distinct feeling I know exactly how many hit points they had left.
If I had to take a wild guess, it would start with 1 and end with 1.
Now this
-6. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Okay.
All right.
That also hits.
Oh,
I'm assuming by this one you mean here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one here. Can I move the Hunter's Mark?
Yeah,
since this guy's dead?
Yeah,
Did the soul stuff need a bonus action to do?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm not seeing anything about bonus action.
Yeah, it just says
if I hit with it.
Yeah. So yeah, you're good.
Okay.
So I'll move the Bazinga. There you go.
Does that mean Pick can roll into turn order now or in the next one?
Let's roll her into it now, just for funsies. So Pick isn't just waiting. I feel like
I'm okay. I'm just watching.
Up here, Pick.
Please don't just watch. We need your help.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so he's still up.
Did I get my equivalent of a rest, or am I still from yesterday?
You would have gotten a short rest. Yep.
Okay.
Everybody would have gotten a short rest.
And that's my turn because I don't feel like walking in this square of prickers.
Yeah, that's probably wise. And Pick, whatever you want to roll into initiative, I'll redo the order. so that you're there.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
How does
So-
one? So have you ever seen a cat run across a wood floor and they sort of drift to go around a corner?
Get her? Yeah.
How does that one do that when one flies?
Mostly by continuing momentum until they hit a tree or branches or vines.
I just imagine Pick comes flying into the scene like, oh
Bouncing
shit!
little ball of moth. Yeah. So Pick, you're here. Honestly, a big it's up to you if this is canon, but I feel like all of the bright lights probably just distracted her.
Fine.
Like a lot of light, and I mean it could also be, hey, Purser tends to make a lot of fire. That looks like Purser fire.
Yeah.
But between
A combination
those
of both.
Yeah.
Ooh, pretty.
So what do you want to do? You arrive. You have 1 level of exhaustion, which I will look up what it does for you.
Disadvantage
Half
on
skill.
ability checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and it gets worse as I have more of them. But right now it's just ability checks disadvantage. Just as I brought it up. Okay.
Okay, so I'm assuming I can see. Why are you doing this map? You're a butthole.
Stupid butthole map.
Okay.
There's a rapidly made map. I acknowledge there may be buttholes.
It's not. It's my scrolling thing.
There you go.
Do I see? Obviously, this is escalated to violence.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty clear.
Yeah, you see this guy, like with your little moth vision. He's not hiding. You can see him, and there's a light
Okay.
source right over here, a very visible one.
All right, that probably hurts his little drow eyes. I'm gonna crouch up in, probably. Let's see. I'll move up into this tree. Try and move sneaky. And do I need a stealth to?
Yes. To hide, I would say give me a stealth check. Yeah, you're fine.
Into the tree like
Well,
a
that's
sneaky
with
sneak.
disadvantage because of the exhaustion.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's a good point. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's like Pick. It's you kind of set up on a perfect spot, and then there's like an ominous creak as the branch under your little feet gives way and like crashes down. It would have been a perfect, flawless sneak, but maybe you're not hidden.
That's okay. I'm shooting him anyway.
Yeah. 18 does hit. Yeah. All right. Person in Elvish, as he doesn't like getting shot from a. I mean, in general, but definitely surprised that you were there.
I guess she might. He'll probably ignore her, and it's fine. But she might do a short telepathy. Why are you here?
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
He can ignore her. It's fine.
Not so much ignore, just like that they got a mission. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are a serious interruption to it as it is. They're not gonna stop to chat with you.
It is wet. You are a butthole. Yep.
I
And
would
she's
say
good.
through the link, there's a vague sense of amusement at that.
He's like this angry little thing. It's so spicy.
Anything else?
That's it. General angry spiciness in his direction. Like, it is wet, and I am outside, and you are the worst, and I am tired, and my tree branch broke. That's all she gets.
Pretty outrageous.
Yeah.
Purser, what would you like to do? They're running away from you. Clearly, you've got them on the ropes.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy will take 1d6 damage.
Okay, 1 sec. Let me
And
just make more fire. I can highlight where you go.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit complicated.
Yeah, I know. Why is it not? Anyways, that's roughly
Oh,
where
they
you're.
moved
Probably
just enough that I
walked
can't
to,
get all of them without dashing.
Maybe if you switch it to the map layer, it won't ever block.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm tracking it there. So you go again. Okay.
And yeah, he'll take 1d6 damage as well. 1. So 0 if he's resistant. And then I will take the dodge action.
Okay.
I thought you always had to take 1 damage.
Resistance rounds down.
Yeah.
But I still thought it always had to be at least 1 damage. If you did damage.
Let me double up.
Yeah, that's worth looking up.
I mean, I know it doesn't seem like much, but
No,
Sam
it's
has a gift
surprisingly
for
relevant.
fucking leaving us with 1 goddamn hit point for 2 rounds.
No, that's
It's
not
just
even
roll
a Sam
20.
thing.
It's just roll 20.
Like I thought that was a meme too until I DM'd, and the number of times that fucking enemies were left with 1 hit point.
No, it
It's
is minimum
uncanny.
0.
Okay. Yeah, then this guy takes none. This guy takes 3. Okay. And then you take the dodge action. Fair enough.
Yep.
And I see that. Did I forget to put Pearl on? What's Pearl doing?
You put Pearl on, but I had subsumed her.
Okay, so she's just gone. Okay. You show way more care for certain wizards. Alright. This guy. Persa, you are a problem.
Yes. You're welcome.
Firing twice at you. 12 does not hit. Oh, right. Yeah, 12 does not hit. But an 18 probably does, I'm assuming.
It will, but I will cast Shield.
Okay, yep, so then it bounces off to your shield and falls to the ground. You hear a muffled curse as they then, yeah, they're gonna
just turn my flaming eyes on the one that shot at me.
Continue to dash. Okay. What would you like to do? How long does the fire last, by the way? No, it's magical.
It's mundane fire.
Oh, okay. Alright.
It just, everything I come next to is ignited.
I would say after 2 rounds in the rain, it's going to, like, simmer down to embers, but yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, otherwise the spell is concentration 1 minute.
So I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. And don't forget, the boys have that extra D4 once per round.
Mm-hmm. I have it set up as global modifiers on mine.
I don't.
You're no longer fairy dusted, so
that's
good.
really great. I'm still stuck.
Yes, you are. Because the person who cast it just keeps moving away.
Yeah, that bitch. We'll call that good for now. Wait. I'm like, okay, I know this sounds weird, Bemmy, but if you got on my shoulders, would you be able to, like, backflip out of here without getting hurt?
There'd be some checks there. But, I mean, you can try it. I would allow it.
What you want me to get out of here for? I like standing next to you.
Well, I appreciate that. I just didn't know if you needed to move to make sure
I can reach out and touch anybody.
Well, you have to ask for permission most of the time. Maybe not right now, but just say okay. Well, she flirts that idea. Bebby's not for it, so that I will end my turn.
I mean, I'm for that idea. I would love that. Especially if it's like ends in a nat 1 where Bemmy like gets on your shoulders, your legs give out, and he just belly flops into the thorns.
Look, I was trying to be creative in case, Bemmy needed to be able to move.
That's fair.
But...
That's fair.
Yep. Here I am in a briar patch. It's beautiful out there. It's best as ever.
Alright. So it's this one's turn. Gonna move away from the fire, first of all. And yeah, Persia, you seem like a issue. Shots. Okay. Damn it, that's bad.
My AC is currently 20.
Yeah. That's which 8 doesn't hit or 6. So 5. Yeah, bonus action. Just whoop, dash. There. Yeah, and like Bemi's actually in the rare instance where normally it's like, yes, your bow can go that far, but your dark vision's only 60 feet. No, like Bemi's fine. Bemi's dark vision is like 300 fucking feet at this point. It is obscene.
I like it. It's the best.
I can eat it.
Yeah. All right, that's that one's turn. Ludger, what would you like to do?
Okay. So, I don't care if this results in me getting fire damage. The son of a bitch is going down.
Purser?
So,
It's only when I move, so you don't take it yet.
There you go. See? You're good.
Yet.
that's that's future Ludger's problem.
And we hate him.
So
That's right.
I'm going to shoot
We
this
do.
guy, and then bayonet him. So boom,
Okay.
boom.
Both of those hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and do more. Yeah, you're good. They had 9, so.
Yeah.
How do you want to do
figure.
it?
Pretty much run up and classic case of like 1, 2, 1, 2 is like pretty much come almost in front of him, shoot him in the chest, and then bayonet him in the throat,
Okay.
and then like
Yeah.
a takedown.
Yeah. She. Well, some it's about a mix as far as genders. It's just like the image I found was female. Just like some of them will have all male images. Limited number of drow that aren't like S&M models as far as stuff to pull from. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
What else would you like to do?
Almost like D&D is full of thirsty fucks.
I
And,
have a lot of
Forgotten
problem
Realm drow
finding
gets
drow.
beyond thirsty.
Oh,
Sorry,
we were all
I
talking at once
interrupted.
there.
Yeah.
I have a lot of problems finding drow that aren't just covered in spiders.
this
will be
guy
frustrating
I'm
game.
going to shoot at.
Yeah. Yep.
The one to my north.
Yep. I got you. Sure.
Boom. Oh, that's unfortunate.
You said to your north.
All right.
This one right here, right?
Yeah, let me roll D100.
Okay. One sec here. Good. Cables. Let's see, which one do I want to use this week? This one. Yeah, let's look at that. 53. Three is that one. Okay. We'll say. Let's see, how would I? We'll say your shot, like, there isn't necessarily a flash of light or anything when you shoot, but there's like this one. This is way more obviously magical than your cat see. Like, there's elements of it that just like are made of lightning type thing, and yeah, you feel like let's see exact wording. Yeah, the next attack against you has advantage because you're just kind of between that and we'll say Purser's Fire, like you're illuminated pretty well. But
all right.
Yeah, that's it.
With that, I end my turn.
Gotcha.
Oh, as a free action, I give Purser a look of like, do what you have to do, as I know I'm about to get like splashed with his fucking flames.
Friendly fire isn't.
He just looks you in the eye and he doesn't smirk or anything. He just turns towards the enemy.
Let's see. I mean, you did shoot him, but on the other hand, you're a bug person, which What's these guys' experience? They're mildly reluctant to shoot you, so they're definitely gonna go for Bemmy. Bemmy seems like more of a threat, just in that like he watched Bemmy gun down people at a pretty good range.
And she's just like pew pew, mild cursing.
It's not even that. This one
Squeak,
just for
squeak.
whatever reason doesn't seem inclined to immediately eviscerate you if there's other options. 15 and 27. You with us?
Sorry, I'm getting a call. I will be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
You could take a 10. Really quick.
Yeah, you know what? Let's take a 10-minute break here, guys.
Yeah, it is the halfway point.
Cool.
Yep.
See you back
Bye.
in 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10-minute break, so.
Still there, Sam?
So I'm here. What's up?
I've got a question for you. I'm trying to find an answer, and I'm not finding any good sources.
Okay.
Does swapping positions with a creature, not by teleportation, count as moving? So
Via
for my...
your thing?
Yes.
So
I want to know.
could you put up the flavor text for it, and I'll just like maybe there's something in it.
Feel free to have some to speak.
Well, it doesn't. Well, it says swap places. I'm trying to figure out if swapping is movement, because it's not forced movement, because it's me. It's forced movement for whoever else.
I would say, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it counts as movement because the big element here is it's a magical effect. It's tied to your mark. So I'm imagining magic.
So the problem with that line of reasoning is that the bait and switch maneuver uses the exact same wording.
Right, but that's not magic. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't had it. There's like a hens.
You're not muted, bud. We can still hear you.
It's just a conundrum, and I'm trying to find an answer to it.
Yeah, it's a watching. Yeah, there, whatever. One
sec, I'm gonna mute God in my thing. Just
Yeah, I just messaged him. You're not muted.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say in this instance, I mean, just the way it feels to me is, it's a little counterintuitive, but I would say because if it's defined by the mark, it doesn't count, and maybe the maneuver does. I don't know.
Yeah, I can accept it. I'm mostly just curious.
Yeah. To me, the origin influences a lot. So. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, that's what I was doing. I'd say 12. Let me measure that out. Zoom. Yeah. here. I'm just doing a quick what does enemy have on them thing.
I'm back.
Hmm.
Probably unmute Scott. There we go.
Okay. Any move that doesn't consume your movement is forced movement, even if it's willing. So
under
that
no
wouldn't trigger
circumstances put down
additional
anything
bonus
in
to
it.
it.
Little water.
I'm sorry, say again?
So any movement, any move that doesn't consume movement counts as forced movement, even if it's willing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that.
That was a hard answer to find. Jesus.
Yeah, I've it's interesting the questions that you have to look up answers to. Like that's a mechanical one, so even if it's hard, like someone's asked it. My favorite are like, what's the cow aerodynamics question fuckery? Like that's like it's a meme, but that's a legitimate thing that those types of questions come up. DM, if the troll isn't like if they're just trying to be dead weight, but they're not trying like if they're not actively able to stop us, we've tied them up. You know, how much can we? Well, it's just a matter of well, this is a special kind of troll called a gravity troll. So gravity, you know, that trying to look up fucking physics.
That's when you just go magic.
No, I mean that's my inclination, but I'm getting ready for Pathfinder, so I'm trying to be more mechanically, like at least aware, if not enthusiastic. So.
The question that tripped me up the most in like my entire career was Nathaniel asking how much the solid gold statue weighed.
Oh, statues are tricky. I've
Yeah.
actually had that. I've had that come up for the jade statue, the evil jade statue in Ghosts of Saltmarsh. That was a similar question, where like the DM was just running the module and had not taken into account that jade is a semi-precious stone, and that a man-sized statue of it is going to break the rest of the fucking game. Like, yeah, that's a lot of weight. How much is it? It's like, well, one small piece is worth like 80 gold. That's not so bad. That one small piece only weighs very little amount if we look up the actual thing. A couple 100 pounds of it might be a lot. We ended up actually with that was our solution was to like, all right, selling this all at once is just not going to work. What we'll do is we'll go to the nearby dwarves who are trying to reopen a fucked up mine and tell them, hey, just in case you're having no luck so far, how about you hit a mine, you hit a vein of jade and you start pulling some out. Maybe you extend to us a line of credit and we won't say shit about where the jade's really coming from for a while. And that worked. I should probably unmute. What time is it? It's been about 10 minutes. Is everybody back? Say something if you're not here.
I'm here.
Okay.
I haven't heard yell.
I'm
back.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay. By the way, you were not muted. We heard a lot of whatever conversation was.
Oh,
so
he's
we
still
heard...
muted for me. 1 sec.
Yeah.
I muted him.
Yeah.
Okay, back.
Zach, you back? Not quite. Actually, let's see if Zach's even around. Yeah, might not. Well, yeah, it is relevant. He was just the guy who was getting shot at, I believe. Yeah. Where is it? There it was. 15 and 27. I'm gonna go ahead and look at a sheet. 15, yeah, those both hit. 9 and 9. 9 and 9. Okay. So he'll take 18 piercing damage. I'll just take that off and we'll go ahead. Here we go. And did they move? I don't remember if they moved. I think they did. He did not. So bonus action dash. Just gonna...
Testing 1 2. Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I switched back to my different thing to make sure that I should be able to mute when by turning the thing on and off.
Gotcha. And of course, it's Zach's. Zach, you with us, bud? Not quite.
Signs
Okay.
point to no.
Yeah. Pick. We'll come when it's his turn. We'll retroactively do stuff. Pick. What would you like to do? That man shot your friend and then ran.
Bitch. Little bitch. And then I think I can still get him. Oh, yeah. So she's just going to remain perched and just try to do her best. That's quite a distance, but still within the short bow range, so.
Yeah. As long as it's
She'll
within your
pull it all-
standard range, you're good.
Yeah. Don't shoot my friend! Yes.
That's within. So it's within the 320, so that would be at disadvantage. It would just be a flat roll.
Okay.
You're cool doing it. I just wanted to point that out. So like the
Yeah.
80 is your standard range, and then 320
360
is
is the max. Or
Yeah,
320.
yeah. But yeah, I mean 26 still hits anyways. I just figured I'd point that out. But yeah, that's for if it's just a flat roll, you're not hitting from. Well, actually, which is you're not hitting. So 10 piercing. That's pretty darn good. And yeah, anything else? As you manage to sort of thread the shots, even as a flat roll.
I think she's good. She'll take the bonus action to disengage, I guess, and hide behind the thicker part of the tree she's in for the moment.
Okay. Cool. Then, Purser, what would you like to do?
Okay.
There's
Ludger.
no hostile things around, but there are undead if you want to attack. Maybe.
What? Oh.
Look.
Ludger takes 1 fire damage. And then Purser will
Okay.
move over here.
Excuse me.
Okay.
This drow will take 3 fire damage, so 1
1.
if they have resistance.
Yeah.
And then I will cast Green Flame Blade and make an attack with my rapier.
I mean, they need to do a con save to keep the spell up. Oh god, really? 1 sec, my mouse went dead.
Aha! So that's a 23 to hit for 7 piercing and 1 fire, of course. No.
I mean, the important thing is that you're doing work, making him do saves. All right.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's-
Now
that's
it's back up.
7 piercing damage, and it'll have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
DC 10.
Well, hey, things have happened. Wait, that's the one. Con save. Uh, 19. Is able to keep that wall of thorns up.
Yep. And that,
yeah.
that I think will be it for Purser. Let me
Get rid of that. It's been 2 rounds, at least. That's just now Embers.
That will be it for Purser.
Alright, it's this guy's turn. Or gal. Yeah, disengage, move back, continue.
Thinks he can outrun me.
I mean, that is fair. What's these guys? Yeah, there's multiple people chasing. Just gonna dash. Here. Whether it works or not's irrelevant. That's what they're trained to do. Okay. So Dallas, what'd you like to do?
Buddy is getting further and further away. This is really upsetting.
An issue for a cleric, yeah.
Is she dead? Is the person who did the thing dead?
No.
Who did the wall that you're
the
in?
one concentrating on spike growth.
Yeah.
No, they're the one that's currently fleeing from Purser.
Sorry, guys. I'm back.
Okay.
Well, do your turn first then.
Yeah, it is your turn. Oh, and you took 18 piercing damage from
Okay,
this guy here.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right, 18. Oh, you already took that away. What do you know about that?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so...
Oh, I could have done that. That would have worked.
So this guy... Okay, that guy's dead now. Is this the only one left right here?
There's a couple left. There's 3, all continuing to move back. You guys chase them. Or Purser chases.
Yeah, I don't want to trace them too far, because there's probably more.
Oh, that's crazy.
Not enough.
Have both of... Let's see. I don't see the third. I see 2 up to the north. Is one already off the map?
Nope.
Or am
I'm pinging. You might probably need to zoom out.
Yeah.
Southeast.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one that made the thorns, and like Purser keeps chasing them, and they keep moving back further.
oh, screw that noise. All right, let's see. How far away is he? I think I can get him. Maybe.
For once, I actually made a decent-sized map. All it took was no effort.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where are you? I guess within that whole time frame, could I move the hunter's mark to this guy? He's kind of far now.
I
But how
mean, it's a
far
little
would
late to
you-
retcon that. It would have had to happen when that guy goes down, I believe.
Exactly.
Right.
I understand. I mean, I left. It's whatever.
No, it's just I literally don't remember when the guy went down. So I'm gonna say no on this one.
It's all right. I'll get over it. Then. Okay, let's see. Range. I don't know if. I think it'll
They
be
seem to be
disadvantage.
retreating.
This
One
guy.
shot you before they retreated, but they are doing it.
So let's see. Range 150. And this guy is definitely well over that. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30. Ah, this stinks. How about this guy? All right. I can hit this guy.
Mhm.
Which I will do. I'll do that.
I mean, he did just shoot you. That's fair.
Yeah, he did. He did. And we'll go skadoosh. Oh!
D100, please.
Yeah.
Switch over to this one for that. Yes, okay, shooting. What do we get?
There we go. 19. Yeah.
For this one, critical fumble, weapon attacks. 19 is. Come on. There it is. Whoops! You hit a random unintended target. Within 10 feet. Oh, so you just roll a second attack roll. Okay, so it might actually hit him. Just roll another attack. Because he's the only thing within 10 feet of him.
Believe.
Gotta believe.
Yeah, so it like misses, hits a branch, like, and the branch whips down and like clubs him on the side of the head. Yeah, just and roll the.
Well, I got one more attack, and it's going to be on the same guy. So,
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
all right, and I'll expend one more of my bow charges for one of these shots. I like the fact that it'd have to be the first one, because that's just clearly just a bounce of fate off of a branch. So, all right, boom.
I'm imagining some Looney Tunes shit where like the rocket goes past, like screeches to a halt, turns around, and goes back.
Oh, wow. I like that. That's neat math.
Then a DC 13. I'll put it up again just because.
Yeah. Charisma saving too, I believe.
Yeah.
Movement speed's reduced to like 10.
Yep.
All right.
If you fail by 5 or more, it falls prone. Awesome.
So a 9 isn't that bad of a fail, but it is a fail. So they movement speed reduced to 10, and the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. If they so we'll put, what's a good depressing color? I don't know, like blue. I don't know. I kind of like that. We'll put blue. All right.
Black.
It does actually isn't a black dot, probably because there's a bunch of like all the
that's fair.
things are black. Well, the person has the blues, and they're overwhelmed by the depression that you feel whenever you think of growing up emo. And anything else?
Oh my god, this was your life growing up?
Yep.
You
Oh my
like this?
god!
Yep. I did.
It's like that friend who like the stories that they tell about their childhood, like they think they're telling a funny, oh yeah, my fourth dad taught me how to box. It was great. He was just beating you. Like Rob, he was just beating you, dude. Like he wasn't teaching you shit. Like,
I don't believe you. It's all part of your image.
Fractured
See this?
your fucking like your eye socket, dude. Yeah, he was beating you.
See this on my forearm? That's about the size of a cigar, isn't it? Did I stutter?
Okay, Sitalis, it is your turn. Femi has given this guy the big sad.
I kind of look at that.
Yeah, like the bow will say like looks ominous as shit, especially when he's using it.
She just kind of like, what is that? You know what? This is not the time for this conversation. I'm gonna hold an action to dash if this comes down towards Purser and
an action to dash. Oh, if the I gotcha. Okay. If
I don't want to dash right now, so that'll be my turn.
Okay. Goes down, then another one casts it before you can dash.
Like, what else can I do? Everybody's out of range.
No, you're good. All right.
I got you, Sil.
Yeah. It is this one's turn. Yeah. Yep. Here. Where? Ludger. Okay, gotcha. I'm attacking that one. We have a lot of ranges. A lot of range stuff. Pursers are designated melee. Oh
Can
god.
anyone else not hear Ludger?
I don't think he's talking.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot to return my mic off. Yeah, I said I run through like the burning fucking skid marks or whatever of Purser. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about damage.
Okay.
I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay.
I got an 18 and a 23.
They both hit.
Okay, and in addition, I am going to use superiority die to distracting strike. So next guy to shoot at them or whatever has advantage.
Okay.
And in addition to that, the extra damage. So
and the initial damage.
Yep. Okay, boom. And a boom. So 22 piercing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hopefully
And
that
needs to
knocks
do a
down
save.
the stupid fucking form bullshit.
Damage. Yeah. With a 14, I believe it's a fail, right? Yeah. Yeah. How does that work again? I always forget this.
So different DMs that I've played with do it differently. Some DMs base the DC off of the single hit. So in this case, they'd have to roll it twice.
Yeah. That's the one I'm doing. Okay.
Okay, so then the DC would just straight up be 10 for both.
10 for both. Okay, so passed. Okay. Cool. Okay. I mean, that's actually to your advantage because it's like the more rolls they have to do, the more likely they are to fucking fail it. Okay.
Okay, and I end my turn.
Gotcha. And I'll put a little.
Like, get back here, you little bitch.
Rude. This one. Let's see. Can they even attack? Okay. Use 2 charges on it. Reduce 10. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Well, it can't. They can't really move, and they don't know if they feel like attacking. But I guess they'll attack you, Bammy, at disadvantage. So 1, 2. Wow. Okay. So a 9, and I need to roll a d100.
A 9 does not hit.
Yeah, I hate one crapping. Tactical error. Okay. You can take a free disengage action if engaged, or a dash action if not engaged on your next turn. Oh, okay. So you just start mimicking them. Okay. I mean, I don't know if you want to take a free dash action running through the thorns at top speed, but you have it.
No, not particularly. No.
Okay. It is your turn.
All right. Well, I am going to. Yeah, he's still in range, so I'll shoot him again.
Just really make that sad hurt.
That's right.
Okay.
Where are you? Ha 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 ha. Boom.
Go ahead and roll damage. How do you want to do it? What's the second shot?
First shot, he takes an arrow to the knee, and he kind of falls down, and I can hear him crying, not because of the pain of the arrow, but because of how sad he is.
Yeah.
And that last arrow goes through the back of his head, out his mouth.
Yeah, and they don't look like they're doing real well after that. So, anything else, Bemmy?
I guess he's just gonna turn and peer. And he looks at his face and he looks at Silly and he's like, I'm getting real tired of these thorns. And that's gonna be it.
Do the thorns disappear?
No, that's not the person who was doing that.
No, it's not. He's like,
This
I
is
haven't moved
that's
at
I
all.
said I got you, so
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
It'll all be fine. Pick
I
what you
don't
wanna
know
do.
anymore. They all look the fucking same, and they're all like 18 million miles away from me at this point.
Oh my god.
I
Can't
got you.
believe you said that. Alright, okay. Alright. I see how it is, Talis. Okay, pick what do you want to do?
Let's see.
Talis is outed as a racist.
Did I see this guy way the hell up there take off?
I would say at this point it's like
I saw
they're
the
outside
direction
your
he went
dark
in.
vision range. Yeah, like you saw them go, but I think he's outside of 60 foot.
Yeah.
Like he's outside 120 feet. Like you don't even see his shape anymore. It's the jungle. Bemmy's able to see that shit because he has like the forces of darkness aiding him, but like beyond that, it's pretty hard.
Let's see. Well, I can't see the other ones. I think I'm just going to zoom down and see.
I'd say you can probably see this one. There's enough light from the fire that Purser keeps setting. Like,
And if you attack them, you have advantage. So your long range would cancel out, and you would get a flat roll.
or you could just fly forward and be within.
Yeah, I was just gonna scoot up a bit.
What is it, 80, I think? Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to figure out. Let's see, 30, 60, 70. I think I'm gonna zoom up there. Oh dang it! I just lost my freaking spot. Okay, right above the fire. Okay, and then I don't know if I can.
This
he's
particular
outside.
one is going out, but yeah, you still see by this. This is fire.
Yeah. All right, we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna do it, but we tried.
Yeah, the shot does. It on its way there, it hits a low hanging branch and doesn't quite get to him. But yeah, we could have gotten pretty close. Anything else?
I think that's all.
Okay. Purser, what would you like to do?
Okay. First, before I move, and I'm still in range, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the spike growth.
Okay. That's fair.
I assume it was cast at lower than 3rd level?
Yes, that's a fair assumption.
Okay. So it disappears, still tosses ready to action triggers.
I moved. I mean, it didn't get me much, but I moved.
Yep.
It did
then
something.
I
That's the important
will
part.
Move to...
I was like, where the hell did Pick go? Okay, she's over here. We're good.
And I'll move to here.
Okay. And I'll do more fire.
And that'll be it for Purser.
Okay. It's turn.
Only 50 feet of movement?
Yep.
Yeah. There we go. Yep, they're running away. Off map. They are. Let's see how far. They would be.
Double dashing. They're still slower than I am. I will chase them down.
Only for I don't know how long. You're like, what, a minute, 10 minutes?
Yeah, it has 6 rounds left.
Yeah, I think they're in for a bad time, but they're gonna keep trying to move back. Tactical retreat. Sotalis.
Motherfucker.
Nobody's going after this one. Pure.
I can't even see that far.
No, not at all. Just saying.
I'm just 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Extra 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just following this line of fire.
Yeah, I was like,
point.
that would draw the eye pretty well, especially if you don't have dark vision. This is pure. We're in Vietnam, just following the light from napalm. And anything else was us?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Okay, it's this one's turn. And seeing that you guys aren't following, yeah. So, you know what, they're just gonna go to here. Do something. Okay.
Yeah.
Ludger.
We might need to go back to... We might need to leave.
Let me double check something. Oh, sweet. Range is 100, so he is still within range. So I'm gonna
quality
shoot
Kenneth
at him.
engineering.
Yep. So boom, boom.
That hits.
Let me adjust that. 1, 2, and I'm going to use another superiority die to do a little bit extra damage, and next person to attack them has advantage. So, boom. Let me turn this off. Boom. 21 piercing.
Yeah, how do you want to do it? They were at 19.
Just. I imagine
this is a
like
weird situation. Like, you've been in these situations before, where it's like you're shooting at barely seen figures in the dark. Like, there's it's this time. It's the first time where there's this much underbrush, but like you think you see them go down. You're not sure until you get closer. But yeah,
Yeah, pretty much like first shot, like just based off of like my experience, I hear like a cry, and that allows me to zero in on the next one that lands true and takes him down. At which point, I imagine like I wasn't sprinting, but I was definitely like striding or jogging forward. With that down, and the fact that like I have no idea where the fuck this other guy is, you like kind of slow down to a point where I'm gonna like come up on this guy and like either do a quick search or drag his ass back, one way or the other. With that, I end my turn.
Okay. So, I mean, it's your turn. Like at this point, even with your dark vision, I believe, like between the underbrush and sheer distance, you're not able to see that person anymore.
Even if I ran 70 feet, I did a double movement up in that general direction.
Yeah,
because
if you can't see him at that point, but you might be able to like kind of keep. You could try and keep track of him. We could do a chase thing. At that point, I would just say everybody starts doing, athletics checks for we're entering into chase rules. But yeah, we could do that.
What? We should let him go. Let him know what happens to people who fuck with us. We let one survivor.
going full Wild West then. Okay.
Then I guess here's what's gonna happen if we're letting this guy go. I'm just gonna shout, at him in that general direction. Go. Just remember, I wanted to talk.
Yeah, definitely Wild West. Them Louisiana boys is wild. Terrible to have on the plains. Terrible. All right. So, does anybody want to try and chase the guy down? I'm totally fine with that. If that
He's
is
got too much of a head start for Purser to catch him.
Yeah, he does have a pretty good head start, and he may be occasionally slowing down to cast certain spells and stuff. So, probably a good idea. Okay.
Pick could offer to chase them, but she probably wouldn't do it on her own unless people were like, "Go after him."
Yeah, Pick has been like risking a lot as far as the whole like, go let them know so I don't use my spell slot. Okay. Dat races out and goes back to the people who shot her previously. Pick has been a really good sport about that. Okay, so we will get out of initiative then and count 1 as having escaped.
Good work.
I believe it was about this. Yeah, about this far is where you caught up with them. About half a mile out.
We should probably get back before.
Who looks the least beat up? I'm sorry.
Probably Bemmy or Ruger.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's. I don't. Has Purser gotten hit?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm at 51 out of 58.
Was overall. Ludiger's also big, and she goes, "I am tired," and then just lands on his shoulders, and then kind of turns herself into a little backpack.
Okay.
Have you ever played Guild Wars 2?
I have not.
Okay, so one of the cosmetics you can get are little backpacks, and one of them is a moth. So this is adorable.
Because she's down hit points from the other day because she didn't get a long enough rest to restore them. She's got a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
She's like, I am backpack. It is good.
Let's get back to Mimi's home now.
Okay.
I think the message is very clear.
As far as
I was gonna say, Ruger pretty much kind of like curses, mumbling something about how he wished he had like a fragmentation mine to like leave underneath a corpse, as that would send the right message. But other than that, he's searching, doing quick searches of a body as well as a coup de grace bayonet, like to make sure they're dead. So specifically, he's looking for that poison shit because that might be useful.
Okay.
Ooh, if they have good arrows, she'd point from his back and be like, take.
I was about to say, I was like, I need to get some arrows.
Yeah. So
let's loot these guys.
On that note, I will put up what you guys find on each body. Let's see, there was 5 of them. I'll just put up a general thing here. Sec. Mishann party loot. This for calculators. 70. Calculate out the coinage. Feel free to RP among yourselves.
It may be
just going
for the
to
best
enjoy
that one
being
of them
lazy.
escaped. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was sort of thinking the same thing. I don't know if that'll, stop them. They weren't after us. Not really.
No, but now they know this place is well defended.
Hey, if they want to have a conversation later, I wanted to talk, but no, they shot. They shot first, so I don't feel too bad.
I'm also gonna use control flames to make sure there's no like surviving embers. I don't want a forest fire starting in the morning.
Yeah,
It's been raining. I think it's pretty safe, but still.
Still, not a bad idea in
sure.
general.
Yeah. Bemmy comes out with his like morning coffee, and there's just a giant wildfire in front of his house.
No, not my back.
You and I. Come here, I'll get you a stool, I'll open up my house, and what do? You light it on fire.
Okay, so here is the total goodies you guys find. And the goggles are interesting. Because they are a thing. Which I have. Via Seas of Adori. One sec. I can find the damn things. There it is. Okay. Of course, it doesn't want to select that, but.
That brings back nostalgia.
Of course. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that is what you guys find.
Ooh, what kind of goggles? Oh, goggles of daywalking. Beautiful.
Reals?
For reals.
Oh, I'm
You
totally
go,
gonna
baby.
wear
wearing
these.
those.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
my
I think we all
God.
should take one, but
Block the horrible glare of the evil burning orb in the sky.
there you go.
Can you tell me what that giant burning ball of fire is in the sky? I'm real glad we don't have one of those in the Underdark.
I'm kind of glad that, like, I know a lot of you here do not get that reference, and I'm genuinely happy about that.
Isn't that a South Park thing?
No, it's a Flash Gets reference, and that's historically accurate Disney, and I'm not going to explain it. All right.
Well, now it would seem that we have no excuse to travel during the night.
I don't think this helps us with night vision, does it?
Precisely. It helps him with day vision.
Oh. All right, Bemmy. Now you are you're diurnal like us. Did I use the right word there?
Yes.
I think I did.
Are they a magical item? So they adjust to fit people?
Yes, but these fit Bemmy fine regardless.
Okay. I'm just wondering if Pick attempted to put them on, if they're just ridiculous.
You could put them on.
They don't do her any good, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they make you look very odd for a moment. But
I mean, I'm not seeing any negative effects, so we could make it like a uniform thing where we all wear the goggles to tell that we're all part of the same group.
you could. It's up to you guys.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah.
First, it's like it messes with my vibe.
It would do great things when you guys are running around at night, like especially for those of you with no dark vision. I would love the idea of you wearing like Matrix level sunglasses, trying to run through the jungle.
But it works in Blade.
Works in Reddit.
Though. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. What? Besides searching the bodies, is there anything else you guys want to do?
Trudge back to the house.
Yep.
Okay. Trudge back to
Persker
Benny's.
will pass out.
Pick is respectful to the dead. She takes care of the body, at least to the extent she can, while she's out there.
Okay. Yeah, like, are you trying to follow their customs, or like, I mean, I guess it depends on who they are.
Yeah, she doesn't know who they are. Can
give me a history check? Not a high thing here. Just a general.
Oh boy.
Hey, look. I mean, okay, so the drow, they don't have the scorpion venom tattoos. You're morally certain these are Siltier drow, like they're firebinder drow. Just just like those.
And they like
people who shot you
cremation?
before. They like cremation. Yeah.
Okay. She would look at Purser.
Yes, but
Before we go, you burn? Burn dead?
Bill Brisley.
I can.
Could we burn, please? They like burn.
Oh, okay. I understand. And yeah, I'll just keep a bonfire up and incinerate them.
Okay. I like that. I mean, you can do it. I'd say like inside an hour. They're like even the bones. There's maybe a few bone fragments left. It's pure ash at that point.
Pickle scrape it all up.
Does everyone stay around for the?
I mean, I don't want to leave them alone.
The billowing clouds of like vaguely pork-like smelling smoke fills the area.
Oh, burning bodies smell a lot worse than that.
Worse, yeah.
I'm tracking, but I'm just imagining the magic here. And they're elves. Maybe they don't smell as bad.
True.
Stop it.
Burning hair.
Stop feeding into the stereotype that elf shit don't stank.
They are drow.
Which in Eberron just means, they were highly bred elves.
Yeah.
They stayed a little too long in the oven. That's their problem.
Speaking of ovens, they're burning quite well. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, she just wants to make sure that she observes their rights as best she can and collects their
Okay.
ashes to haul back.
I mean, absolutely. Fair. Yeah, you could, like I said, an hour max, and there's not even a foot left.
Ah,
Yeah.
God damn it, Sam.
You're able to head back to Jimmy's house. Cool. So you guys, you're about an hour away from sunrise. What do you want to do?
Go back to bed.
And,
I guess
yeah.
I would stay up, and I'm like, oh, and Bemmy's just like outside on his little treehouse porch, and he's got the goggles on. He's like, oh boy, I can't wait to see what these are like.
Stare directly into the sun for like 20 minutes as it comes up. No, the goggles say it's okay, but my eyes, there's dots everywhere.
Does he tell us that's what he's doing?
I mean, nah. Like, he just,
'Cause-
like, I mean, if you're going back to Purser's tower and not hanging out in his tree fort, then nah, he's just
That's
standing
fine.
like,
I was just like, because somebody could warn him, but if he's not telling anybody, then it's fine.
Yeah. So nothing else happens. Technically, you weren't attacked in the first place, but yeah, there's no more stuff you guys notice. And,
I feel like we were attacked, actually.
I was attacked. They shot me.
after we chased him down. But
They exacerbated the situation. They chose violence.
that's true. Okay. A new day has begun. What do you guys want to do? You're still, like, are you going to just try and wait those other drow out until they have to, like, leave? You just be like, maybe if we just make them wait long enough for word on an alliance, they'll give up. Like, how are you approaching?
I made Purser's position clear last time. He's fine with
Yep.
taking them as long as we make sure they're not a threat 100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where Sultalis is landing as well. Is like, look, I don't have anything against them. As long as they don't try to enslave our people and start shit. Don't start no shit.
Be good. Pick has no big opinion either way because she's like, well, the forest, like, there's plenty of room for everybody, and I mean, they're weird city people, but we can teach them.
Okay.
As long as they are not rude.
Okay, so
did they say where they wanted to live? What?
they suggested camping out around the around and in the remaining intact facilities there that built by the respected ancients, I believe they refer to them as.
I mean, we do have room for them. Like here. Kind of depending on which way we were intending to build the village. You know, I feel like we were going to go this way because of all this extra. But we have space for them to take, be. We have space for them to be.
Okay. So, do you guys want to go tell them that, or what do you want to? How do you want?
Well, has the governor made a decision, or was she leaving that up to us?
Like, yeah, she kind of left it up to you. She was like, "What do you guys think?" And you said, "Let's wait." And she said, "Okay," and went back to Mishann.
Okay.
Weren't we waiting for a representative from the tribal drow to show up to like?
No, he told us like
they won't stop trade.
I don't care what you do. We're not going to stop trading with you, but they're bad.
Yeah, they're assholes, along that line. Like, if you need rope, we'll supply that. But beyond that, they didn't.
This is one of those moments where you kind of feel like you're supposed to say, "All my homies hate these other drow."
I mean, maybe it's a difficult decision. Those may be a recurring thing. Who knows? But
I think Sultalis would put it out there. It's like, so we should make it clear to them that we are trading with the other drow, and we will not stand for any interference with that, any attempt to sabotage that relationship. We won't stand for it.
I think more than that, we need to specify that we consider them allies, and any fuckery with them is fucking with us, because they might not even see it as a case of sabotage as well. Well, of course we can like punch down on them, but that's our right. We didn't do it to mess with you guys. We just we're doing what we normally do.
And leave and not be rude to Drekarak.
Right. So I think that we should have that conversation with them. Like, look, we can do this. You have to integrate with our village. I don't know how you would put that nicely, but it's kind of like, we don't deal in slaves, nor do we blah, blah, blah. Don't touch our people. Kind of like she's like, this is what we need to make clear to them before we let them join the settlement, because they're joining our settlement. How many people do we have about now?
You have about 200 people.
Yeah, so we do outnumber them.
There'll be a total
of
500.
About even.
Really? I thought you said it was.
It's about 60 like trained fighting people, like warriors. But
the overall population was larger, yeah.
Yeah, like the entire, like, this is apparently 2 clans worth. You don't know what that would mean. That seems small for an entire, like, who the hell knows what numbers are normally, but yeah, that's about 500 total. Mostly non-combatants. Out of that, it's about 60, trained fighters.
Were there any slaves with them?
They apparently had to leave them.
Oh. What a perfect time to just stop dealing in slaves.
Even if they had slaves with them, we might not have recognized them.
That's true. Like, it is a thing. These guys would regularly do raids on the southern peoples. Like, not these guys specifically, but these Drow would. They have no issue enslaving other Drow. But yeah. So, do you guys want to go to their encampment and tell them this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I don't know if you want to fully play this out, but the big ones are the Drow to the south are our allies, and we won't. You won't interfere with our relationship. You won't try to cause trouble with our relationship, and you won't attack them.
Okay.
And my people.
And the why did I just forget what your race is called?
That's okay.
The same with the Trekalek.
Okay, so yeah, if you like, so as you approach their makeshift settlement, more like along the lines of just a large encampment, they seem a little jumpy as you approach, but apparently they were told to look out for like strange-looking people, so they're not immediately hostile, and you do see once again. High Lady Wayrub approaches, and Lord Olenquai. And she simply asks, have you, Sire folk, made a decision?
Yeah, and Sultalis diplomatically will say, and I've completely forgot. Are we just calling them the tribes to the south? What are we calling them?
She just called them savages, so anything more than that, you're probably good.
Yeah, she says
Tribal Drow.
the clans of the tribes to the south are our allies and friends. We cannot stand for you to interfere with that relationship, nor will we accept any sabotage of that relationship or what? The drawer closest to the fridge. What? Anyway, sorry. What else was I gonna? Oh, and attacking them is off the table. You can. How would she put this? We can work together, maybe even be one village sometime soon, but that will require you to respect our allies.
Yeah, she seems like a little, kind of she has a pretty good poker face, and she just says, well, you're free to have other allies as well, and we won't attack them, but be warned, we should warn you that while we won't break any treaties, we will react in self-defense if they were to attack us or steal from us. You'll find out that that's a common trait when dealing with the tribals. But regardless, are you able to officially take an oath of alliance, or?
Am I?
She does not know your status. Like the governess said you guys were advisors. She's asking you if you can, like, basically take an oath that her and her compatriot are willing to take.
Sure.
My inclination is we're probably better bringing in the governess to officially do this, because that seems like the proper diplomatic thing to do.
I mean, if Purser's willing to do it, I think he stands in good respect if he's established, like, he's just as much a community leader when he's leader of the main church in town.
Oh no, I was just meaning that he has a noble rank, so that makes him better than everyone else.
Yeah. He knows
Purser.
enough about, like, noble oaths that he could at least, like, there's basic stuff you know about. You could definitely improv something. as far as stuff under the Code of Galifar. So, yeah, if you guys like, if you basically say no or some other, you should do that with the governess. They're willing to follow you, and they tell various underlings to start like getting everybody ready, packing up tents, things like that. And they'll follow you back to Mishann with, once again, they're just following the same pattern. They just have 6 guards with them, and you guys head back to Mishann with some friendly drow in tow. Yeah, go ahead.
Nothing. We're good.
Oh.
Sorry.
When you get back, you find that, like, the village isn't in like emergency lockdown mode anymore. Everybody isn't in the blockhouse ready to flee into the portal. But the guard, or not guard, the militia is still set up, as well as Ludger. Your forces are still there. Hasn't been any incidents, but they did all show up in the new gear, which it got mixed reactions because a lot of it was in Karn style. But they followed your advice and painted everything green instead of red for Sire colors. And yeah, so that's Ludger's forces. And I'll put up the militia, roughly about that level. Not quite as professional looking. And yeah, you're able to. Like, Ludger, do you say anything to your guys or your soldiers? Like,
no, that
stay ready, or just you're gonna have them go back or wait here? What do you want?
I basically say something on the lines of like 50% security, that sort of thing. Not a full loading of the guard, but
send back
enough
the
that they
ones who
don't
are
have
more
to
likely to lose their fucking minds. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the equivalent of basically we don't need to stand to anymore.
Okay, yeah. So you send back about half your guys, I imagine, picking out the more more disturbed ones.
And I do not like an official thing, but I do kind of establish something of an inquiry of whether or not Lambert could make some Blastus, specifically smaller anti-personnel ones.
He could, but he knows the process. Although he's not great with it. It's just there's a knack that he doesn't have that an artificer would, proper one.
Yeah.
He's more like a gifted amateur, as a testament to the number of fingers he had before Reconstruction. But he does need, for one thing, he needs dragon shards. There's a couple things, but he can start trying to get those things through. If he goes through Nat's shop, she can start getting them. But
I mean, not be an immediate priority, but in time.
Yeah, he's excited about it because like the best way to do it is you just go with the Brillish mass-produced stuff. That's the best bang for your buck. He's big on that. All the other ones too complex. A simple explosive effect. That's the fun. Or well, he would phrase it as efficient, but that's because he's learned not to say fun. But yeah, so you guys get the governess, and she meets with the 2 drow leaders, and yeah.
And we would have given her the rundown of like, we told them they can't interfere with our relations, blah blah blah.
Yeah. And she says, well, that's seems fair, and there's some type of an alliance. Is it something we sign or? Yeah, they both nod and very formally hold out both of their hands, palms upwards, seeing that all of you are pretty unfamiliar with the gesture. Lady Wayrub explains, this is our gesture for swearing on an oath. If we're to be allies, it seems fitting to start with a gesture of sincerity.
Is this like, are they playing us right now? Is there more to this than... Okay.
Purser's happy to do anything that doesn't involve speaking Elvish.
16.
It doesn't seem like they're playing you. Like, a part of why it doesn't seem like they're playing you is like this feels sort of automatic to them. It's hard to fake that level of like natural, in the
routine.
Same way you're going to shake someone's hand. Like it's instinctive to reach out to shake somebody's hand when they hold theirs out. It's that level of instinctive.
Right.
But
okay, I just want to make sure.
No, that's fair. That's probably a good idea. But Governess Magdalora, she just kind of pauses and blinks before following suit, holding her hands out, palms up. Lady Wayrub says, I, leader of Clan Wayrub, and her companion jumps in, and I, leader of Clan Olenquai, and she takes it up, do hereby swear upon our place within the promised flame, and honor as nobles, that we will treat the people of Sire as allies in war and peace. Your feud is our feud, our strength your strength, until the reborn world brings salvation. The governess, for her part, doesn't miss a beat on this and just recites what Purser, you notice, is she just basically modifies a little bit of like Galifar-inspired oath and says, and as a representative of Sire, I gladly accept the alliance of Clan Wayrub and Olenquai. We will defend you in war, aid you in peace, and you're protected under our code of justice. The two drows step forward, forming a circle of all three of them. Each one grips the wrist of the person next to them, as a flare of lights form around both of the drows' heads. 4 balls of light in the same patterns as the one you saw around their standards. They say, so we swear. And a moment later, they break the circle. Lady Wayrub looks happy, or at least satisfied. Lord Olenquai has the same kind of grim expression he's had on since you met him, more or less. And she says, very good, Governess Magdalora. If it is acceptable, we will move our most vulnerable into the intact structures left by the honored ancients, since those areas seem largely unclaimed thus far when we walked through your settlement. The governess doesn't have any objections, but she does glance to see if you guys do.
I don't think we do, other than the weapon.
Well, you broke it. Like, beyond that.
Well, I don't want them to be able to figure out how to fix it.
Ah, okay. Do you want to say that?
I think, yeah, the fuck was that? Okay. I think she'll just say that the only building that we have claim on is this one. Our archaeologists are working in it.
I mean, those are the two buildings that they were trying to claim. So, like, that's literally the exact places they're like, oh, we want this and this.
You can have the other ones. Isn't there more than 2 buildings?
There are. Those are the only ones intact, like where the doors and stuff were. That aren't infested with vermin and just waiting to be torn down for materials, basically.
Oh. Well, I don't know. What does the party have an opinion?
Know if they've ever figured out how to use the ancients' technology up north.
That's your goal.
They do regularly. They've made stuff based on it. Like, they've made new things.
I think Pick would do the mental connection to the party and say they know how to make old stuff work. They make new stuff out of it. So if dangerous, they know how to make it work. Probably.
What if we offered them to help them build additional housing in exchange?
They're not opposed to that. Like that's both of them seem open to that, but it's a matter of they have 500 people they need to get out of the Alliance. a lot
I
of
get
these
it.
are like,
Maybe instead we check on them and check to make sure they're not touching it.
okay, I mean,
Oh,
that's
boy.
not a terrible idea.
As long as they
Okay.
leave scary stuff alone, they could use building nice.
And honestly, Purser would be delighted if they get it working again.
Yeah. I mean, giant death gun.
That sounds
That
threatening.
seems safe.
There's no danger to us. They don't have a power source other than themselves.
And realistically, even if they did, it's the equivalent of an like anti-aircraft gun. It can't aim at the rest of the settlement. Like maybe if they aimed it at a weird angle, they could hit what's left of this this lighthouse tower. But like they literally can't hit anything in the village. It's permanently angled upwards. So
Yeah.
Building safe, out of
My-
weather. They have kid.
My general inclination is, at the right moment, we would tell them that our archaeologists have deduced that these are, weapons platforms, and then enter into a situation where we kind of lean on them for their expertise in these matters. Something in a way of not being hostile towards them, but definitely letting them know that the ace up their sleeve isn't up their sleeve anymore.
okay. So yeah, if you kind of hint at that, like, hey, our archaeologists, which translates oddly in Elvish, but there is a word for it. They seem kind of caught off guard that you guys have figured that out, to be perfectly honest. It's like both of them had not quite shocked, but definitely like, oh. And but when you say, that they're, the weapons, they both kind of share a knowing glance and just say, well, that there aren't weapons in both of them, but certainly, we'd be willing to work with your scholars of some elements. And yeah, their first thing they do is start moving their, line of largely civilians into somewhere out of the jungle, because like the more you see people come in, it's increasingly clear. Bemi and Pick were both right. These people are having a bad time wandering through the Tendric jungle or through the island's jungles. Like,
Tough
it's
city babies.
not been kind to them.
I
But
will help triage like anyone that's sick. She just goes into her medical training kind of deal to help them because they're just people to her.
yeah, I mean that is fair. Is it going to? Yeah. But so yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Scott. Okay. So it is not storming anymore, so I'll turn off that little bit of ambient. And that day, as this line of people slowly filters in, you see a lot of the settlers who are here seem to have kind of mixed feelings about like hundreds of people coming in, but the fact that they're not like flooding over into the tent city area or anywhere else kind of softens the blow. But there is some grumbling from people. Strange natives coming in is it, the fact that Bemi is a regular site and that there have been a few like hunters slash sort of traders coming from the Scorpion tribes has helped. Like there's not a negative opinion of the Drow thus far. Um, like almost none of the people here know that there is a difference, but yeah, there isn't a negative opinion. And as they come in, they are coming in with, let's see here, where is it? There is some livestock, in addition to like, cart after cart of personal items and what looks like huge bags of grain and just other seeds and things. But the animals they bring in are interesting. Here it is. Their most common one is an auroch, which are like about double, like take your standard cow and just up it by one size, and have a like permanent like reflective black to them,
Can
and
you hear me?
seem to. Yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
now. These enormous cattle-like things, like I said, that they call aurochs. They like whenever they step into water, it seems to like there's a little bit of hiss as it seems like some steam comes off it. They seem naturally very hot, and their coat of real thin fur isn't very spectacular, but the skin underneath seems like it has a natural shimmer to it, almost reflective, like almost a metallic reflectiveness, which is pretty impressive. They say they use them for meat and milk and leather. There's the Sulav, which are alpacas with fluffy red fur, and they say that clothes woven from their wool are always the perfect temperature, no matter the condition. So it's basically clothes that come with a like built-in AC type effect. It's not going to help you. It's not going to last very long if you're standing on the edge of a volcano. But as far as walking around an area that has a natural mugginess of like, 90% humidity or something, this will make that bearable. That's what they seem to make most of their clothes from. And the most impressive are the diamondbacks, of which they only have 3. These are stegosaurs that have their back plates seem to be made of diamonds, as they slowly amble along and swish their tails. Apparently, all of these breeds were originally made by the honored ancients, they said, and the diamondbacks were largely for used to make valuable jewelry and spell components. So, source of diamonds, if you can breed them. And yeah, they bring, a couple, well, more than a couple different types of exotic um, fruits and vegetables and stuff with them, grains. But yeah, it seems like they're not attacking or anything. It wasn't all some clever ruse. They are moving into these intact ancient giant buildings. And yeah, is there anything you guys want to do, like walk along them and try and hustle the kids for pocket money, or I don't know, whatever sociopathic thing players typically do?
Purser's just gonna get back to work.
Okay. I mean, again, she's gonna offer her services as like a healer,
yeah.
a doctor.
There would be some leeriness about it, but they're not in a position to really turn it down much. So people with like bad snake bites, just general injuries of people who are not used to like roughing it through the jungle. There's, some poison, some bad infections, things like that. Although they're a little weirded out by like your healing, the chants and stuff that you use to do the healing. They don't seem super hostile, but there's a couple nervous glances when you do um, your strange, funny, foreign religious stuff to channel the magic. But yeah, and so Talis, you speak Elvish, right?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's not a language barrier that helps. And I would say like especially some of the kids, like ask if you're if like did the promised flame burn you white or something? Like literally white. Like they're not referencing like white, like they're not referencing like normal skin colors. They're asking if it like you're ashen colored because you were really thoroughly burned by the promised flame.
Oh my god, you can't just ask people why they're white.
That's literally like the mom does scold one of the students.
She laughs and she says, "No, my people are this color normally."
Yeah, they're a little like they're even more impressed by that.
We can also do something extra special for us. And in the child's head who asked me why I was white, I say, we can communicate without talking.
Oh, like the bugs.
Yes.
I saw
Although they don't
some
like
of
being called that.
Well, but that's what they are, though.
But they have a name, which I totally remember.
Well, no, you're not supposed to call slaves names, just numbers.
We don't enslave them.
Very
and
clearly just stating this.
Yeah, no, she's like, we don't enslave them. They are our friends.
Oh. That's funny. And
They could be your friends too. Like she points at Pick, who's probably floating around somewhere.
I was gonna say Pick is probably just watching all the people and hanging out with them and being useful to hang stuff or move stuff around because she's just like, new people, interesting.
Yeah,
even though they are the rude people. But now I guess we are friends, so I will try to see them as friend.
The people who aren't armed are not as rude, and they're definitely perfectly happy to have you help, although they're a little bit rude about telling you to do things. But yeah. So.
And I mean, she'd tell the children like she's one of the protectors of the village, so.
Yeah, they all look a little doubtful about that, but you're sufficiently strange that maybe that's how things are done for you people. They don't know. So I will say, Lord Olenquai did notice that you were wearing the goggles there, Bemmy.
Mm-hmm.
He does ask, where did you get those, sir?
Oh, well, it was Pick who came and told you that there's some other drow that were off there, and we were chasing them to try to find them. Do you remember that?
Yes, but they never arrived. You engaged them?
No,
How many?
we did. We killed 5 out of the 6 that we saw. One of them got away, and I figured,
What were they using?
Bow, arrow, some magic.
Poison?
Yeah, poison. That too.
What poison?
It made me fall over and dream of snakes. And I don't dream, so that's pretty powerful poison.
But I figured they ain't using the goggles, and I could use the goggles, because sun hurts my eyes too, so.
Wait here, please. I need to get High Lady way rub.
She gonna take my goggles away?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes back with her and relatively politely, very like polite in a military sense, does tell you to tell a story again. And once you have she like so the clothes they were wearing, was there any particular pattern, thing like that?
Don't remember a pattern, but I know they had some really nice ghillie suits that made them really hard to see, and it'd be real hard to see what kind of clothes they're wearing now because we burning all the bodies.
It's the Pick-Ear clan. And it's not surprising if they were getting ready to ambush. You said you got how many of them?
5 out of the 6. One got away.
5 out of 6. Well, and they were using Verwes on the shots?
Yep. That's the stuff. That's the poison. Makes you fall asleep.
Well, if we were unsure of, and she's just kind of like, not ignoring, but just addresses it. If we were unsure of Gwyned's involvement, that would clear this up. Why wouldn't they be using something with more kick? Flame knows they have the options with poisoners of that skill behind them.
So this is actually a great opportunity. We have some questions about this conflict, so we would love to talk about it.
Well, that's fair. We're allies. Well, as I would appreciate, I'll answer some questions, and then ideally you could answer some of mine I have about Sire. So, as I said previously, Alam Cusp is in a state of civil war. It began with the plague that hit the southern savage tribes. In the north, we, Sultar, watched with some concern, but were prepared to cut off the little contact we had with them. Between that and the priesthood's healing magics, we could have weathered the sickness. But the Kuo Palm, which by the way translates in giant to flame guide, well, the high priest held in utmost esteem within our realm, who acts as our leader, declared that it was time for a burning wave to wash south. She assured us that this would keep the southern tribes pacified for generations, as well as forestall the need for more raids for at least several decades. She shrugs and kind of like grabs a bit of rubble to sit down on. Wayrub objected, as well as several other clans, but it wasn't worth directly defying the Kuo. My father was appointed as leader of the clan levies, as is customary for Wayrub, and we marched south from Bipokul. The campaign was astonishingly easy for the first 100 or so miles, with the majority of the clan still reeling from their losses. But as we headed west, skirting the edge of the swamp, we began to take our own losses from the plague. The medicines we had only seemed to slow the illness, not treat it. We didn't have enough proper healers with us. We sent for an attachment of them, but by this time it was when a bout of madness swept through the clergy. Without healers, we were doomed to the same fate as the tribals. My father freed all the slaves we'd taken, for obvious reasons, and issued the general order for each levy to separate and quarantine before returning. But many of the other clans panicked or simply ignored the order, and went back, carrying with them a terrible death toll. My father, who'd caught the illness himself, commanded our own healthy forces to retreat once we'd finished quarantine, appointing me as leader of Wayrub before we separated. She has a distant look in her eye as she describes this, and kind of continues on with she's being very clear that she's just sheer willpower. She's keeping calm about this. At this point, it was only Wayrub, Olenquai, Thiva, Lemquek, Gwenad, and Pikir that were forming, well, what was left of the army. It was a difficult march north, and we split again when we hit the Belfour River. Before we parted ways, Lord Honin Limal Piva, the head of the Piva clan, warned me that Alam Cusp would be looking for someone to blame for what happened. I wish I'd listened to him more attentively. Not after Lord Olenquai and I had returned to our clan holds when we received a summons from Alan Cusp to account for the losses in the southern campaign and the subsequent plague. I consulted Lord Olenquai here, and we agreed that it was very clear that the new Kuo Palm was looking for someone to pin the blame on. We decided that it was best to retreat out of the city's range and make further plans once we reached Likal. Not long after, we found all of you here.
Out of curiosity, I don't remember if we know this in character or out of character, but we know that there was a mysterious person from Zendrick proper that came and was probably responsible for the plague. Or do we?
Well, I think in character you have Hicks kind of been the detective on that one. And I think she
Yeah,
told you
and
about it.
yeah, she's told you about Broom, Brume, and that what he did and why she was tracking him. And she'd asked about like, because she doesn't understand the scale of where you come from. Like, do you know this person, or do you know someone who might know them? And has been pursuing that since, and why she was pursuing it. She told you she was pursuing it so she could get the ashes of their dead, because they said if she could find him, that she could get the ashes of their dead to the swamp.
Yeah, and it was also kind of a implicit, not only Ashes of the Dead will stop occasionally just like losing our temper and grabbing. Like it would basically be a peace treaty, even even if Pick didn't fully grasp that, it was like between Alum Cusp and Umber, like they would no longer pull any shenanigans about occasionally enslaving people from Umber.
I think Sultalis, with hearing this story, does the name Broom mean anything to you?
Both of them shake their head.
I point at Pick. She's been investigating a strange priest of some sort. It appears they came from the main continent, and wherever that man came, wherever that man went, the plague spread.
And the priesthood went crazy and either attacked others or killed themselves.
Yeah, she'd add that in.
Yeah, she just kind of blinks a couple times, seeming to like process the information. Olenquai just like grips the edge of his uh what's it called? Great weapon. It's statted as a glaive, but it's yeah, he just grips the edge of his weapon, kind of in frustration at that. And she says, "That is good information."
Are you familiar with the people of the continent?
We've had occasional priests or visitors from the other city-states, but many of them don't hold to the older ways very well. They're strange. Alum
It's
Cusp is going through some extreme changes in the wake of the plague. The current Cool Palm is not a strong man, and the office has been losing power for generations. There are clans that have already taken advantage of the instability and have more influence than they should. These clans likely would come into they'll ensure that you would come into conflict with them eventually. They're convinced that Alum Cusp's future involves expanding and conquering the islands. She frowns at that.
the reason I tell you this, because we could just leave it as a surprise, is it's why this is a hypothetical, rhetorical question. Why would someone come and spread a plague that kills so effectively if they aren't planning to do something with this island? Maybe invade it. I don't agree with many of your customs. They're the complete opposite of what she kind of motions to our party, uh, find acceptable. But is now really the time to allow your differences to keep you weak?
She actually has like a very she smiles pretty widely at that. You sound like my father. It's an old argument that's always been put forward by the short-sighted. We've always limited our size and influence because it holds the Drukashka Tull at bay. None know the details of the ancient curse, but all who live on Zendrik know that it's ended many civilizations, the many civilizations that have risen and since the shattering. We've lasted over 20,000 years on this island because we've never been foolish enough to trigger the dragon curses. The people who will try to conquer the rest of the islands are doing it because, well, frankly, they're convinced that it's already the end of our people, and they think this may be the only solution. As it is, we would have to bring in an astonishing number of slaves from the southern tribes and bring them into our families just to keep the populations large enough.
Or, crazy thought, you could welcome them in as equals.
He just kind of blinks. Well, that's one faction is pushing for something along those lines.
It's a lot easier to not be checking your back over a resentful slave.
Well, honestly, that was one of the first moves was to grant most of our drow slaves, at least, proper amnesty and rank into the serfdom, if nothing else. It would not go very smoothly with the lizard folk or, well, the others. As she glances towards Kick. But I've answered some of your questions. You said Sire lost. Who were your people fighting, and how did they lose?
I'm going to start with the last question, and the answer truly is no one knows. Because a fog rolled over Sire, and it made the land, for all intents and purposes, dead.
Yeah, she just kind of glances at Olenkai, who just shrugs.
Purser will give a full historical explanation, but it will need to be translated.
Yeah, I mean, she's happy to do that, but she was trying to keep it fairly succinct. But if Purser's I mean, it's not like Sultalis is dumb. It's just that she was in survival mode towards the end of the war.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't know the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, Purser has a non-biased perspective. I mean, he's not Siren, so he didn't lose, and Thrain was in the right.
Well,
if that shit starts coming in, she will absolutely not even imply that Thrain was right. She just explains that some sort of
Ludger can chime in, and he actually knows Elvish, so.
Wait, no.
I will
lost all my power.
How about this? She says we can go into depth on that question another time and she points at Purser and she points at Luger, she points at herself. We have 3 very different views on that. Because we're from different places. I'm from Sire. They are not.
Why are they with you here then?
They wanted a better life.
My parents were Siren.
So it's by blood.
Yeah, my wife is Siren.
Yeah, and she nods. This makes perfect sense to her reasoning. So she's translating this clearly into, oh, you all must be at least related to nobility if you're not. That's what this is all translating into.
Well, and she what expresses that thought, Purser will fully admit to being nobility.
Yeah, she's not saying it, but she's just translating it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what were the first questions? Because I answered the last one first, because
Yeah,
that was a
It
big
was
one that just needed to be.
you said Sire lost. Who were they fighting? How did they lose? So
Everyone was fighting everyone in the war. It involved the entire continent to a certain extent. It was a war of succession, and many people died.
we had similar things here occasionally before we simply started putting clergy gets elected for life, but
she kind of side eyes Purser. She's like, that would not have worked for this that would not have worked for us.
So you don't have to side eye me. I can understand her. I just can't talk to her.
that's fair.
And I think that answers the questions.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, she's willing to go with that. Yeah, she would say, well, to be perfectly honest, I think I should. I don't know where I'm getting from. Is
Gone.
That was me, sorry.
Okay. As well, since you do seem like allies worth having, I think it probably would be a fair point to show you what's in the other sealed building. Since how did you get into the one? None of you. Do any of you speak the language, the holy language, or
Is she
Purser
talking
will
about giant?
no?
Purser will start
What is
going
she?
on about how it's like an incredibly simple arcane procedure that like a child could
Okay.
have done it.
I'm raising my hand because out of character, I honestly don't remember how we got in. And what holy language is she talking about? Do we know?
You're not sure? No. Pick has heard them like chant something, but it's it's like there's a lot of hissing and like fiery noises when they talk, so it's probably just some
So
native gibberish.
Yeah, so Purser launches into his explanation, and I just wait for him to finish. And
she actually has the same expression as you. She seems mildly amused as he talks like humble bragging about how like, oh no, it's no problem how we like short circuited this and no problem to crack this open. She says, well,
In another language.
Yeah.
Does she speak what
She doesn't
we're speaking?
common. No, she does not
Okay,
speak
so I'm gonna TLDR that a little bit
yeah.
for her, and she'll say, "This is an abbreviated version of that."
The lost in translation moment where he's just like the director is given this long explanation in Japanese, and the translator he says, "Be more emotive." But
Yeah,
it's just really awkward because I'm using comprehend languages, so I understand what she's translating.
Exactly.
Yeah, she goes with his arcane knowledge. We were able to fool the seal into letting us in, basically.
Well, that is impressive. If none of you have a command of the holy language, it's a bit more simple for my folk. And she leads you to the other building, and says, I guess Purser was the only one who'd understand. She just says "open" to the fireglass doorway, and it starts. She says it in the Ingan dialect of Primordial, and it starts to open.
You said Purser. Did you mean Bemi?
No, Bemi doesn't have it.
I thought he spoke Primordial.
Who has Primordial?
I do speak Primordial. Yes.
Oh yeah, and that's why there was he's not of that sub race thing. That's that drow sub race. So, and that was why I remember Bemi. It was a check, and because yours is just flat primordial, and because you're not of that sub race, you don't have the innate tie with Firina. Who's the name of the realm? Fernia. Yeah, you don't have the tie with Fernia, so you have to do a check. They can literally it's written into the race thing. They can just tell it to open, and blood glass just works for them. So, yeah, the door opens, and you notice for this one it was shaped a little differently. Like the entire wall facing the water was made of blood glass, and it like opens wider and wider. Basically melting, melting itself and rolling backwards like water, and until it reveals a enormous ship with two with four like strange things around the edges that it looks vaguely like an elemental galleon, but like really big, all entirely made of metal. And galleons usually have one like ring around them. This one has spot for two. And she just gestures towards it. The honored ancients left a riptider here. It was lacking the elementals that power it, which we usually use elementals of that strength to provide water for our settlements. So we left it. However, since we were forced to abandon our strongholds, we made sure to bring from each clan stronghold our bound elemental. And a cart rolls forward with two huge chunks of blood glass and a bunch of like arcane script wrapped around them. And yeah, go ahead.
I may have misspoken when I believed they had no way to power the weapon.
Yeah, like Sultala says nothing, but I think her face says everything about this one.
And
she says, I would ask, as allies, can you consult with us before you do anything with that weapon?
So this is roughly the ship from the top.
Oh my god.
This was it was one of the smaller shipping things originally for the giants. It's called a riptider, and I would say Purser would know this. Like 2 elemental rings on this, if they can get it to work. A little bit of a spoiler. This thing can move like it doesn't need any sails, and it can move in any direction. Like it can move sideways easily. Like this house Lyrander would easily kill a dozen times over to get a hold. This would be a huge breakthrough for a riptider. But
Yes.
yeah, and she says, to be perfectly honest, as allies, and simply for a desire for this to keep my folk alive, I think this would be a good way to visit the various clans and perhaps either aid us in destroying them or simply convince them to not follow this madness and conquering the islands.
Question. Do you think that's why the scouts were coming up here from the city, I'm guessing? This right here?
No, the scouts were there so that the High Lord of Gwynedd and the Lord of Kikir could claim that they're putting an effort forward. If there was only 6, even if there was double that, and they were only using the poison that they brought, that was a token gesture. Lord of Gwynedd is a cunning man. I doubt he's going to make any strong moves that he views as foolish, no matter what Alum Cusp says. And it was almost certainly directed at us. You likely saved some lives. And yeah, I think that's a good spot to end it with. They're going to need your help to get it going, but if you can bind some pretty potent water elementals into the rings of this thing, you'll have a elemental galleon to sail along this island chain and along the rivers.
Purser's like already clambering up the hole and taking a look around.
Yeah.
It was fun game,
I mean-
guys. I have to go back to cleaning, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I hope it was distracting.
It was. Thank you. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be there until 10 p.m. I was up until fucking 3 a.m, so I gotta go.
Yeah. Get some
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
Get some
Okay,
sleep.
bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Turn off the recording here.